play too.
Yeah, prop players subbing in the solo role, it looks like.
Very interesting. Typically seen him in that jungle role for a few times he subbed in. But welcome to week 4 of Cleese Might. We have the second game of the second day. Rats with Bats versus Team Frenzy. See typical bands coming out here. Persephone, Emoja, not too much of a surprise. Camazotz. I mean, we saw him get all the way to 9th pick last time Rats with Bats played somehow, but it looks like they will ban him out this time. What do you think Rats with Bats should look for here?
I'm not really sure. Since it's game 1, I don't know if they want to play safe or not, but I would probably play for the Persephone if I was the first pick. Give it back to.
But they've already banned it though. That's the issue.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. It's difficult. I mean, I think right now Sobek's a very strong pick as well.
Yeah, a bit of Sobek extraordinary yourself.
And like it's an uncounterable pick as a first pick as well.
Yeah, not much really counter stuff like that heavily. But the Odin was left open, and I mean, this guy, we've seen him in solo, we see him in jungle, we see him in support.
It's a 3-lane, 3-spot flex.
What do you think? Sure. Where do you think he goes for this team?
I preferably like the Odin either in the jungle or the support role because you want to get value out of the cage early in the game, and you don't really get value out of Odin in the solo lane until about like the 10-15 minute mark when you're actually getting solo laners to rotate across the map.
Indeed.
But it definitely makes teams draft around the cage.
Yep. Well. And we also see Jing Chen is still open. Wouldn't be surprised if Team Frenzy picks it here. I think we've seen them. They were one of the few teams that draft this god very consistently, but instead they're hovering the Ganesh and they lock it in. Name the Jing Chen open. I mean, Jing can still go solo, realistically. Although we do typically see him in the support role just because of how much impact he has. And we see the Uller come out too.
I think it's odd to flex or to show the Uller first and then re-pick it back up. You know?
Maybe just for order. I don't know. But Jing Chen was left open, and then we see Jing Chen and Merlin, a combo that's probably just as annoying as Cuckoo and Jing Chen.
I agree. I think Jing Chen actually took a pretty big hit on his 2 when they changed the route.
Yeah, I believe it got down to 1.4.
Yeah, I don't think he should be valued this high, but he's still very strong.
Oh yeah, very strong. Can still flex in the 2 roles realistically. Can still work as a solo as well, and he still brings a lot of damage. Even for support, he does a lot of damage too. He's got that true percent on his Furious Roar.
Yeah, dude. At our obey set, Jing Chen actually stole Fire Giant with us on his Furious Roar. This thing does 300 base damage and stole an FG. So imagine that just hitting a squishy on top of that when he's reading them for 1.4 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, the Pappies versus David's Delinquent said the Pappies opted for the Jing Chen, and there's a good few kill secures with that Furious Roar that came out in that game. But we see the Osiris come out. Typical lane bully this lane.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he can easily stick to this Merlin too. Get his Flicker out. We just continue to bully him.
On top of him.
Yep. You see the Raijin.
If he uses his tethers properly, though, the Flicker doesn't even get him out of the tether range.
Yeah. We see the Raijin ban. Probably more of a target ban. Possibly. Then we see the On Her. Not too much of a surprise. Very typical ban for later around AEC.
I like the odd ban.
I think that's the Justin.
Is it just the Justin ban? I don't think she's very strong.
Yeah, and Daji. I like the Daji ban, but at the same time, if the enemy pulls in your Odin or Jing Chen, it's almost if he gets out, if they got alive with just enough health, you know they're gonna ult your team back in anyways.
Yeah, Matilda comes out for.
I forget which game we saw that in, but I believe it was JPEG. We saw Jing Chen get ulted in by a pull, and he just 3-man ulted their team. So not too much surprise. We see she's risen in popularity once more. Same thing with Hou-Yi in this AC role, but Cabrakan is being hovered, and we saw Justin fun a clinic against the team they were up against last week. I believe it was Sleepy Time.
I think Cabrakan's good in all 3 roles. Again, support brings pressure, jungle brings instant burst, and then solo he kind of stalls it out.
I mean, they have 2 gods that can flex in 3 roles and 1 god that can flex in 2. And all 3 of them are tanks.
And we know upstream likes to kind of mess and harass the junglers, which I think is a good idea.
And he's a very aggressive support. We see him on the
It
boxes
kind
too.
of keeps the draft open as well. Keeps them guessing.
Yeah. But it looks like Team Frenzy saved a jungle pick for the very end here. What type of jungler do you go for in this scenario?
This one's hard because Scylla doesn't really get on until mid game. Uller has pressure, but if he's in the duo side, I guess maybe a Rad Tasker so you can get some global presence on top of them. Force out some flickers early, which makes Osiris' life a lot easier as well.
And makes Merlin's life a little now.
Yeah. I don't think Rat would be
But we
bad.
see Fenrir. I mean, there is a lack of beats from the, or lack of CC immunity in the ult from the carries, to be fair still. But, and at the same time too, I mean, having an extra leap to get out of that Cabrakan wall is also very, very useful.
I agree, and Fenrir, his base damage is absurd. They're brutalized and the Unchained, just absurd amount of damage.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting comp from Frenzy. I think it's pretty cookie cutter, you know, Fenrir ult into the Scylla ult. Most Uller should be getting beads off cooldown on the duo side. So it supposedly should make it easier for the Fenrir, but I'd probably just give there's a lot more control out of Rats with Bats. And I kinda like comps that have a lot of control.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they actually gave up. They did put Odin on or give Odin to Justin Hu, which we haven't seen him play a type of god like Odin so far. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he plays this god.
I think we're probably gonna be looking at an NBA coming up.
But wait, Drew's food on the Ganesh.
He's playing support now. Okay.
Possibly. I mean,
I think
season one he was a jungler. And beginning of season 2, or season 2 for those, he was back into his original role for competitive and mid. On support, very interesting.
I agree. I think Ganesh, he does have value. He and his ult is on a 40-second cooldown, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Especially late. I mean, or mid game, I'll probably be around every minute.
Yeah, it does
get some good
does a
ult
lot of
off,
damage.
it's actually gonna do a lot of damage to a team.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean, like Squishy walks over and they take at least like 500.
I agree. It's not a lot of synergy out of the team comp to go with the Ganesh, unfortunately. I would definitely give the game to Rats with Bats if I'm just looking at comps.
Yeah, that comp is just. Ooh wee. That is
walls on walls.
Got extra walls. You got 3 tanks worth of CC. Got one of the strongest ADCs at the time, and one of the mids that will probably be forever strong on this Merlin. And yeah, I do agree. I have to give the Rats with Bats this game.
I think the saving grace for Frenzy though is kind of the Scylla, just because of her one. This team is a very big W key team, so if she does hit a nice little sick'em, she's gonna put off a massive amount of damage, especially if it spreads to death.
I agree.
Chasing her down.
But at the same time, this Cabrakan pick is a common pick against the Scylla too, because I mean, to have root immunity in his one is just allows him to continue chasing this Scylla. So even when she's running away, she throws that root around to typically stop someone from chasing her, and Cabrakan will still be chasing her. And with being in support too, he's not gonna get like one hit if he's playing a jungle where he's a bit more squishy.
Yeah, Cabrakan's actually like a kind of a counter to Scylla because he's immune to slows, immune to roots, and that's basically Scylla's good. Especially if he catches the dash with the wall.
Yeah, but
the dash is down and she's just stuck.
But at the same time, though, we've seen some very weird comps win games. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Team Frenzy manages to find a win here too.
It definitely should be a very interesting game to say the least. I'm very interested to see if there is an invade coming out, how Oreo's going to handle it. Because I know when Oreo usually gets invaded on, he gets a little tilted as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest. That's one of the sort of hidden things with invades is that this player mentality. Yeah, some junglers are just like, whatever, you stole my, or you try and invade my speed. I know how to counter this, but some junglers don't necessarily know how the mentality to play against it too. So if you do it against the right people, you can get them in the wrong mindset and make them play the game a bit wrong.
Yep.
Invades are still very popular. I think we've seen at least 1 or 2 invades per week so far. Again, as we said yesterday, in the previous set, just denying farm is very important. It doesn't matter if you only get 50% from that invade, it's still just taking all that farm away from the enemy. That's the most important thing of it.
I agree, 50% is always better than 0%.
Yep. I think maybe if we see that, actually not even then, because it still is a pretty viable thing to do, just bullying away the jungler. Because I think one of the reasons why invading is so popular still too, still is that catch-up mechanic where the lowest level on your team, when he does find or XP, he gets a lot more of it if he's lowest level in the game or on his team. So even if you are invading for like 4 minutes and you're level like 2, just go for a few waves. Next thing you'll be level 4 within a wave and a half. It almost feels like.
Exactly. It does look like the Kraken
wants to invade.
He wants to go harass.
Actually, it's upstream in the solo lane. It's Ray in this, or Falco in support.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Not realize that.
I didn't realize it either. Very interesting.
Definitely very interesting. The Irish is great lane to me.
Yeah, but to be fair, Proud was a support when he started playing competitive. So, seeing him back there isn't too much of a surprise. Oh, but upstream's very low. Both solos very low. We're gonna see a solo kill.
He actually gets a solo kill.
Just barely. That could easily be on 1-for-1.
Yep.
But upstream just barely makes it out alive with that. Oh, great ricochet. He's on health all the way down to half.
It's not unfortunate for ourselves.
Yeah.
That's a waste of TP.
Level 2 first. Great dash on the Hou. Don't know what his second ability is. Doesn't look like he has silence. He's just gonna keep running. Great axe from long range, but no follow up yet. Only level 2. And they'll just heal right back up with heal pots.
Yeah, they'll go and invade the useless camp, get a little bit 10-15 gold off of it, and head back to wave.
Yeah.
I personally would have liked them to see the oracles and then come on back.
Yeah, I agree.
Get the vision.
Ooh, axe off the mark. Looks like they're still going to boxes match out. It's basically like a 2v2 solo lane, and Ganesh is very low.
Taking a lot of minion punch.
Gotta be a bit more careful here. Axe once more off the mark. He leaps in, but it's only level 2. He only has that ricochet and leap. Doesn't have that crow for any form of CC with a stun. It's unfortunate for that Osiris to not be able to find the trade in that first for that engagement solo lane.
I agree, but I don't think it's going to affect him that much in the long run because he didn't miss a wave. He cleared the whole wave. That's not going to hurt him that much. Just 500 gold bounty.
Yeah, his timing will be a little bit off too with the when he's able to teleport compared to his opponent. Kraken's just running straight at him, trying to push him on the tower. So Sarge's just getting bullied up.
Not bad of a matchup for the Kraken as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Kraken never really gets zoned out because of the
and I mean he has no way to stop these tremors except for his tether, but the tether takes like 4 seconds anyways, and you're basically already through with the wave.
Yep.
No ricochet. That could have been an easy kill there. Ricochet was up.
It's actually jumping in aggressively.
Oh, a little bit aggressively.
Surprising to see that they're going to step up to try and take the fight, knowing that the dash is down for another 15 seconds.
I agree, but I think he did leave a little bit more into safety than from what it looked like. And a blue buff invade looks like, but Fenrir will secure this blue buff.
Fenrir's on top of that behind him. Unfortunately, I think the Fenrir's going to have to remove some pressure on that solo side of the map.
Yeah.
I don't think that Osiris is going to gain it back anytime soon.
I mean, hey, Bracken has no CC immunity in that ult. You can easily just be pulled on your tower if he's playing a bit too aggressive.
But I don't think he
actually, Bracken went tier 2 Bancroft. That's actually probably why he got the solo kill. He probably rushed got the tier 1 of it before he got that first blood.
Yeah, he got tier 2 of it actually.
Yeah. It's not a typical start we see too much. It's weird.
Interesting, but to say the least. And it makes sense and value if you're going to go for a solo kill and start your tremors, because you're going to take a lot of poke, so you're just going to be sustaining it all back.
Typically see the Bankrupt still come out of guys that more sustained, like Hades, Shankly, Anubis, if you want to do that. Even.
It's definitely more of a rank style build or a pub stompy build. It's not something I would be used in a higher level game.
I mean, he's punching him pretty deep into his own tower. He's losing a lot of gold, especially from that as well. He's only level 4 compared to this Kraken's level 6, and he gets it back once again.
It's almost a stalemate. It's just a fun fest right now. It's gonna be who blinks first. It's gonna be the next thing.
I think so too. I mean, actually, who do you think wins this 3v3 in mid?
I personally think that the 3v3 goes to Rapid Style. Just because still the damage is not that much of a threat early. And Merlin can throw 4 abilities at you in a matter of a second.
I mean, Scylla is typically known as the late game mage, if you want to call it that. You know, gets all her 6 items online, throws out a monster, and actually upstream Ponage was picked, so that pressure is getting a bit relieved in that solo side of the map. You play by a Fenrir, but this Odin, even with his solo, yeah, he's still doesn't remember. The way he gets his shield. A bit too early. He's just going for the wave as Solo isn't able to get. Looks like he doesn't have his TP up either, so yeah, that is a good call.
I don't know if Frenzy knows this, but the timers are off by a couple of seconds, like 10 seconds. They should probably look to get a high ward and look for some invades if they possibly can, because Uller should start gradually moving away.
Yeah.
Back then, Lane and that duo fight, so those two gods are gods that want to fight each other.
I'm actually surprised I haven't seen even more Griffs come out for Rapid Bats. They're a pretty run out your face type of team, you know. Yeah, and basically everywhere. I mean, but like we said, the Kraken is on in this solo lane for upstream instead of the Kraken for Justin Hu in this jungle, which you saw him last week on.
Yeah.
Gets the beats out actually. Look at that.
Just
stun off. Yeah. He's about half a level up at that point, and this Odin actually is looking for a rotation under this. There's no wards there either, but he's charging up that stun. If he lands, I think he might be able to get the killer. Again, no beats for this Uller.
Does Jing Chen have blink? Do you
remember? He might, but it still might be a bit too great of a call. Sounds like a Nesha. His CC change so far, Nesha's very low. And great body blocks too. Jing Chen's gonna throw him right back into the Merlin. And doesn't get out there. In fact, the tick damage, which we mentioned earlier from this Jing Chen, is enough to secure that kill there. 2 kills to 1, about 1k gold lead for Team Rapid Bats. Looks like both ults were expended on the solo side from Team Frenzy to try and kill this Kraken, but the Kraken still stands.
There's not enough.
And this Odin is still fighting in this very deep part of the jungle. He'll like to get out there too. I mean, Hail Valor's not marked. And Odin actually, this was in a very tight spot. The slow from the cage is good. And the stun is perfect from Justin Hu. Still has to dash out. She's under a lot of trouble right now. In fact, she might just fall here too. Still has the ult up, so she does have some bit of safety. The actual buzz drop, but doesn't find much there. Jing Chen just sort of sitting around there. He can speed up.
With the comp, there's not much.
With the Kraken, very low. Oh, sick pulls off the mark though, and I think that could have been a kill. Great stun, finds Justin Hu. I think he actually uses beads there too, so that's another thing they should notice, is that one has no beads for the time being. Jing Chen is in a very bad spot in order to find a double kill. He's looking for a triple kill here too if he can find the Hou Yi. They're still charging in. The Merlin's out, man. I'm a Monster comes out. Can he find the I'm a Monster? No, it's off the mark. Oreo finds a triple kill with this Fenrir. Chomp, chomp, chomp. The dog is hungry.
Like I said, I think the big main focus should be on Oreo, because he's the guy that's going to be able to punish you if you gotta stay in for too long.
Yeah, and because of those picks, though, the Gold Fury does come out, it looks like.
They take it pretty much uncontested.
Yeah, uncontested.
He'll be able to walk over there.
And with that, they're now
It's a
up
nice swing.
just around 500 gold. Yeah, they're down about 1,000 before. Bring it back to 500, 300. I mean, this is basically even at this point, though. More or less just waves and how they're going at this point. But making it even again is still very important.
But you're gonna look at a no, not a speed invade coming up at the back. He's just gonna invade the bags.
Yeah.
Pretty surprising he didn't even drop a ward down there to see if it was up.
My thing I'm just kind of scared about is this Gabrak and when he starts to rotate and
Yeah, he's gonna be bringing a lot of damage. He's going to lifesteal build, of course.
At the same time, too, I mean, if the Soul throws a Crush to try or the Root to try and slow him down, he's gonna get a bit more power from that Bancross passive as well to find a lot of return damage onto her.
But it looks like Kraken's actually not doing that much to Osiris anymore now that he's got.
Yeah, but I mean, he does have that Runic Shield, that's why.
The Runic, yeah.
Reduction of 50 power, and also just Osiris and all of his mitigations in his kit. Fenrir's in a very awkward spot. Sleeping away. Natural finds two. Osiris doesn't actually find this mark on the Kraken. Kraken's very low. Slapping away is this Osiris, but doesn't find the kill yet. Crush is off the mark from the looks of it. Bit of a watch, but Kraken's actually staying, and he's very low. Some life steal just gets him barely out there alive.
But they defend their blue, and that's what matters.
Yeah. But they're still looking for a fight, I think. Yeah, this Fenrir could easily find her to kill, but sort of second thought that and just walked away.
I'm not sure if Kraken's TP is up, but he actually might lose a lot more XP.
Yeah. Let's see what does yet. And this Fenrir just slaps Xing Chen, oh my. Gets the ult out though for nothing in return. As long as he has that realize he's pretty much okay here. Just giving a bit of a chuckle running away. He's actually a half level to level up on this Odin.
Ario's showing his dominance in the jungle right now.
Yeah. Silence comes up, doesn't find anything. Flicker is good from the Merlin. But Odin is just shredded by this Fenrir.
Ario picks up the kill, Shell comes out as well.
And this Fenrir, like you said though earlier, is just obliterating Rats with Bats in the early game.
Just the amount of base damage that he could put out, even in a hybrid build, it's just ridiculous.
Indeed. Look at this leveling in the duo side. 2 levels up.
Yeah, I think it has to do with Antonio denying farm early in the game. Doning him off with his ult and just holding waves.
A monster is off the mark there, unfortunately. And both supports take a lot of damage, but they'll be okay. Merlin takes the ball from Ganesha, but there's not anything else they can do. They'll just steal away the left mids. With that, Frenzy's found a 500 gold lead once more. Oh, but Osiris might get slowed here. Yeah, he's tremor to death. Well, Inexor falls once more in the solo lane. Second solo kill of the game for this Kraken.
That's very unfortunate, especially with Pyromancer being done. But thankfully no one's around.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna look for it necessarily.
It looked like Ghost is kind of hovering around the mid lane. I'm sure they're just waiting out right now. Because the main objective is this Gull Fairy and Pyromancer if possible.
Hoswo does come out. Looks like Justin who did DC. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen much more aggression come out from Rats of Bats. We saw them just running non-stop at teams last week and sort of chilled out a little bit here. And because they are
a little respect for the team as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like
this vendor's running rampant. I don't know. They can't really do much. I don't think they have much to punish for this vendor right now.
Yeah. A little bit of a lack of respect from, I think, some players just laughing at each other the entire game so far. At the same time. Looks like don't know if there's a DC thing or if Owen accidentally used his ult there because he DC'd. That'd be unfortunate little mishap to have.
I want to say it's just a DC because he's not in the game, so he has no ult.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember seeing him use it at all.
What do you want to see out of Team Frenzy to just continue getting this lead bigger and bigger? What should they do?
For Team Frenzy?
Yeah.
I think Team Frenzy needs to now start looking at the duo side of the map and help their ADC out. Relieve some pressure on his side. If he can get some beads early, you can actually force a goal free, which is going to be spawning within the next minute.
Dude, I think
Because right now, this duo side's going to fall anytime soon. This is sneezable.
Yep. I
And
mean,
I think that's the saving grace for Wrath of Bats. I think Antonio's their hard carry. And if this guy gets out of laning phase ahead, it's a GG.
dude, and Wally's just gotta be a bit more careful. You saw the first time around we got soloed. He's just gotta, even with that rune shield, he's gotta respect the damage from this Kraken, especially when you're calling with the tremors in the ult.
2 farms of slows. I mean stun.
But like you mentioned though, this Fenrir looks like he is running over. He might be able to find a really good gank here. Oh, he's at half health and a great stun, and it feeds is not enough. Oreo finds another kill, and I believe he has all 6 kills for his team at the moment.
Yes, sir. And Fenrir got through. He'll be over there in the next one.
The Nesh is very low. Odin doesn't get to use his spear, but he will still find the kill. Still, it brings down to 0. I'm a monster. Find the kill. He doesn't find the second reset though, and he gets killed in return. Let's find the kill on this Scylla. Owen just barely alive, so I believe actually that was a beat from Fenrir. I think he was about to get stunned.
On the Fenrir right now.
A great leap, and the damage is too much.
Wow.
Oreo just running away in this jungle roll, yeah. He's gotta have every kill on his team, right?
I think so. I want to say
yeah. Cyrus up downs. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't stop his tremors though. I think that might have been... that might have been a mistake he did the first time around, or the second time around he got soloed. He might have up down and then didn't realize that it's not a stun, it's a root.
So he's gonna have ult. He's gonna stun ult.
He's going for those wallers. He's trying to find the stun, but
Cyrus is in a good spot at that moment because he has a full passive, so he can walk through the walls.
Yeah, indeed.
I would like to see Upstream actually proxy waves at this point and try to look to fight with the team. I think
maybe.
Like their 5v5, if he can group early, it's going to actually bring a lot more pressure, and it might shut down the Fenrir.
I mean, especially with this damage. I mean, Fenrir got out there by like, I want to say 70 or less health in that last fight. But up just under 1k though is Team Frenzy here. The Primal Fury is respawn. Lots of wards coming out from Frenzy, luckily see that coming up soon. Cyrus is still gotta be careful because I think he is losing this trade out at the moment.
I think he's gonna die again.
No, his stun was good though. Looks like they want to have another gank on this side of the map, I believe. Speeds are still down.
The Jing Chen spot is now down.
Yeah. Fenrir's slapping away, but doesn't find anything with the Ganesh or the Fenrir ult. 2 wasted ults there, unfortunately, for Team Frenzy. In fact, actually, Loon's takes a huge amount of damage in the solo fight between the Houyi and the Ulu, and he has to run away as fast as he can.
Fenrir's coming in to help him out as well. He has no
Oh my lord, the damage. Great ricochet from Troll E, but he falls there to the Scylla at the end of this. Oh no, yeah, that Ganesh, I don't think he has a dash. I don't think he does. Jing Chen ult to confirm, and he will fall. After they finally hit an ability or basic, just to do fine skill.
This should open up the goal area.
Yeah, I mean the solo side, the solo side just lost the tower too.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But instead they look for the oracles. At the moment it looks like. I guess just the other ADC still need. Don't have enough by the time he gets back to this wolf here. Jing Chen has a bit of an awkward spot, no ult though for this Fenrir yet. So he's just gonna walk away, take some poke.
Gold leads are about to diminish. The month that left tower falls, the game is even. I'd probably say it's a little bit more favorable on Wrath of Bats.
Still does take a decent bit of poke in the ice. Have to dash out of there. Yeah, that's kind of surprising we didn't see the Gold Fury come out, especially just with all the damage Marone does. Marone, actually, I would like to see some anti-heal come out here from Frenzy. I mean, you have 2 gods that are, well, 3 gods actually with OE that are building into this lifesteal. Someone's gotta build it. Maybe this Osiris gets it in the Contagion, but...
Right now, as the game continues longer and longer, the game is going to favor Wrath of Bats because Guardians have way more impact.
Oh. What do you think of the shell on the Osiris here? Do you think you should have gone for the Thorns, or do you think the shell is the right call here?
really like it, but at the same time, I don't think Thorns really does much help either. I think
Right.
maybe a Sprint, but I'd have to see Ganesh's relic as well. I think Sprint probably would have been a little bit better, but Shell is such a good item when it's upgraded as well.
Yeah, those 2 block stacks. Aaron's gonna leap in with bolts, but hasn't found anything yet. Just second on the road, just wasted there by the Fender, unfortunately.
I don't know if the Fender is looking to get tanks with his ult or not, because this is the second time he's jumped on tanks.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a hot hand, then you just hand starting to burn a little bit, back pull down a little bit. Linking from the Xing Chen, that's my thing except for the Ganesh, and the Ganesh is very tanky still. Not taking too much damage from Merlin, but rotation from the Gabrak, and he's looking for that back line. It's very low as Oreo, but he gets out of there. He's rotation from the AC, and that's likely going to spill the doom of this Ganesh, but great stun from the Uller. Bracken goes straight in. Shell is good for the time being, but great silence and great turnaround. Lots of health wipes, and no one's fallen yet. Oreo's slapping away, but barely out there alive as that Ganesh.
It's just hovering around the mid lane. Osiris did ult in and got nothing.
Yeah. And I'd like to see both teams back here, honestly. Or
I would like to see them pick up gold like they're doing.
Yeah, they have to pick up gold, yeah.
Well,
this is almost going to be better for Frenzy, but Aaron leaps in, doesn't find anything, it's just going to slap away, and he is finally shut down by the Sui. Yeah, I think that was just a bit of a misplay though from Frenzy, though.
I think they should have cut their losses, went straight to Pyro.
Yeah, or try to maybe even look at this gold Fury. Try to get them off of it.
Their comp is becoming more of a straightforward pick comp. Looking for Unchained Fender ult, but they have to start hitting these Fender ults
Yeah.
to get production at this point.
But like you said, it looks like they are getting the Pyromancer out of the way. And will easily fall for Team Frenzy here. At this point, yeah, I mean, the comp is starting to swing back in the favor of the rest of bats here. Tanks are getting a lot tankier. Damage shield is getting a lot more damage. I think 3 tanks is just very unfun for a lot of these carries in this league. You know, you're getting chased by just so many gods, and
there's only so much you can do. If you need to learn everything on the tank, you know, it's just so awkward for front or backline players to deal with them as well.
Yeah, it's almost like we see a second jungle too come out with a build from upstream, you know, with that Bancroft start. On top of that, with the Bracken as well, so he's going to be swinging just as hard as probably as he would in the jungle. I mean, still got decent bit of power from Hybrid. Good stun. Better just chunk down a half.
I think Wrath of Bats have just figured out they're putting a lot more focus on Oreo at this point, making his life a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. Farmer that once had all the kills for his team might be fizzling out a bit here. He doesn't play carefully. Farmer does have ult once more. Hopefully the next time he uses it, he will actually find its mark. Maybe they'll be able to turn around a fight for them. Nothing on the left side of the map. But they're hovering around it. Yeah. Honestly, just get some wards up on fire.
They should be fighting for the mid side. I think right now fire is in a very comfortable spot because that tier 1 power on the right side is gone.
Yeah. Well, maybe they do want a little bit more comfort with the mid tower being down as well.
I think they should start pushing their lead.
Yeah.
It's a 5v5. Definitely in favor. And they will be able to push leads a lot easier. Or zone off characters to get objectives.
With 7 these last 2 fights, yeah, kind of 1k gold lead.
Things are coming out, they're running the rotation.
And you're out of position. Brought down to at least 20% health there. And Osiris is taking a lot of free poke. This Bracken will gladly take this Osiris. He's got the Bancroft.
He does not care.
Yeah, he's one to go in. Boom in the mid lane though, still very low, just dancing around in their own town. But They both traded out. Fenrir doesn't look good. I mean, his damage, it's still pretty good, but at the same time, these health bars are a lot higher, and I don't know what those are, but maybe Merlin being both some sort of physical protection as well. Yeah. I mean, they have the damage. They gotta be careful though. Fenrir does get his chained off, but nothing at the moment. He's still going in. He's way too green there.
I think he
Bracken finds a kill.
stopped one of his eyes when after he got low.
Yeah. I still think they can dance around this fire giant. I mean, but he's still very low. So I just gotta be careful with his positioning, or else he'll get melted down. The damage is not enough yet. Still running away. Great wall is off the Ulu, and he uses both of his relics. Still gets out, but they're chasing him. Blink comes out as well. Great net chase though. That's a great turnaround. Wally and Looney Tunes finds a double kill. Wally secures a third kill in that fight as well, and that's a huge turnaround there from Team Frenzy. Yeah. Xing Chen gonna choke off most of his damage, but second National was just huge. That turned around the fight entirely. That's the damage you mentioned earlier.
Well, on the front side, that is also great.
Yeah. Sun doesn't find smart because of the leap, but Fire Giant is being looked at by Team Frenzy at the moment, but Ratzapats, even though they're down 3, still want to go for it, looks like. This might get stolen away though. But no, it won't. Oh, he is very low, and he'll likely fall. So just has to keep chasing him. But he actually has a decent bit of zoning. He has to stay up a little bit. Misses his abilities, but without that leap, he's still shit falling.
Tellers will get him before it jumps back up.
Fenrir
Fenrir's chasing him down.
but not in range. Xing Chen just... I think Xing Chen still might fall here, but... Oh, a great blink agent though from Justin Du. Gives this Xing Chen a bit more feel. Lets him get out of there alive.
I think they'll fall back like for the goal for you.
Yeah, I think that's a smart call.
This fight's extending much longer.
Yeah, it shouldn't be extended. They should have looked for the gold at this point.
But they're not right off to do. They do have National in case they want to try and burn the objective quickly. But,
Yeah, but I mean,
if they see the National on this goal tree, definitely pushing it.
Bracken's running straight in. I ain't done by him yet though. 2 stunts find their mark. And National is used, but no follow-up. This Bracken is still A-okay at the moment. Yeah, but I'm a Monster finds the kill. He gets the reset. No stun, and I'm a Monster won't find its second reset. Great long-range stun, but huge amounts of Merlin damage as well. So far, 1 for none trade, and they're still looking to pretty aggressive on their tier 2 tower, quite possibly. Frenzy is popped, and Xing Chen with a very awkward positioning there will fall as well. Fenrir leaps in once more, but he is... Oh, by huge crush damage. Holy. That was...
This opens up the left side of the map easily. They should back and get that goal fairy, spend their gold at this point. They have yet to be able to back.
Ooh, good stun, and oh, that one was... Found a 4th goal there in that engagement. So unnecessary 4th goal. I'm sorry, he's ulting, and he wants this. Fenrir goes in as well, doesn't have his ult up, but... The Unchained is finding lots of damage, but not enough to kill him yet. Should fall though with the alert. Uma stops with a good turnaround. Yeah. Fenrir's being a tiny bit too aggressive still here though. I think he is still letting his hand be burned. But with that Fire Giant fight, and I mean that Dark Pillars was honestly the thing that turned that game around, that single ult alone. That's from what looked like it was in Ratzapats' favor into a 5k gold lead for Team Frenzy here.
Definitely Frenzy is fighting really well on the fighting side right now as well.
Can we see the builds out from these players? Bracken is not really taking the match well yet, and that's why he took so much damage from that Still Crush. I think he's going into the I like it to be an Oni Hunter's garb, personally.
It should be. It should be on the Hunters.
You see this Typhon's Fang they'll come out. It's a item that's been around for a while, but not really picked up for the most part. What's the reason you think it's been picked up recently?
Hydras usually a lot of mid laners, from what I've seen, like Wolfie was saying, that the mid lane lifesteal builds are used with Bancross Typhons, the obviously the new Pen lifesteal boots, and then you get Soul Reaver. But I don't really understand the Typhons pickup without Bancross because you're not going to get the max amount of lifesteal without it.
It is interesting, but it is 20% pen though, I believe, with the combination of, well, 20% with the Soul
20%
Reaver.
with Soul Reaver, yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of pen though, which is very odd from the Scylla. We only see the Spirit Desolation, which is pretty typical of most mids, but going to the Ethereal Staff 5th, that's a bit of an interesting.
Very interesting to see the Void Shield come out by Control Alt Delete.
But at the same time, though, I kind of do like this Ethereal Staff to an extent because you got 3 tanks running at you. There's your abilities are always going to be hitting them. You're always going to be getting that huge amount of health in return from them.
Mm-hmm.
So while it seems a bit weird, she's lacking a lot of pen at the moment. I think it's a nice item to have for.
I think it still wraps it up with the Soul Reaver. She's going to be looking nice.
Heartseeker comes out of this Uller. We sometimes see on the Uller, but I don't know. It just feels a bit weird in the spot to me. Realistically,
for straight abilities at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw earlier the axe and the halo or arrows is doing probably around 50%, 70% of his HPs, enemy HP.
Speaking of builds again, Hydra's Lament coming out from this Odin. That's a
same thing as the Fenrir.
Yeah. I mean, the Fenrir you typically see a lot more because you get that stun, you basic attack them, you get that brutalize, you get that basic off of it, you get the ult, you get the basic off of it. You got that his howl. You also provide a auto attack for that passive, but it is kind of weird seeing it on this Odin, in my opinion.
I want to say the old Odin kit, it was a lot easier to get auto attack chains off for the Hydras. But I don't really see the Odin really sitting in there and just sitting on the back line to be able to just weave through these autos consistently.
Yeah, and one thing, I mean, you gotta get cooldowns on Odin, especially. I mean, that cage is his main thing.
He only has 10% currently.
Yeah, just that transcendence.
I like the trans build, but I just feel like if he just went more hybrid style and then ended it with like a Heartseeker because trans automatically puts you in the Heartseeker threshold. Like I don't think you need to build that much power because the scaling is already good.
Yeah, lots of power from those 2 items.
Like I said earlier, the Wrath of Bats comp is definitely more control.
But at the same time,
right now they're not controlling these fights with what they have.
All it takes is one Dharmic Pillars again to just swing a game on its head. Yeah, I mean, I mean, we don't know him as a support at all, I think. I mean, we've seen him play solo before, but I don't think support has ever been his pool. He's doing pretty decent, I would say. I mean,
I think he's playing the game pretty well.
Yeah. Very interesting to see him there, though.
Still no anti-heal coming out of
Frenzy. But I think that might be the item that this Osiris is opting into.
Yeah, definitely. I think it is. If not, the Bulwark, and Bulwark just makes them tankier.
I mean, Bulwark, it was core for the longest time, but it just fell off for my solo laners for a while as an item.
Well, I think it fell out after they changed the health shield and then rose the price. Then they rechanged everything again. But it was like had its prime time in the Smite like competitive community was when the shield would actually stay until it was actually destroyed.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous when they did that change.
I think a lot of shields, if they kept that idea, would be pretty insane.
There's no Kins coming out, so I mean, both tanks can just build up as much health as they want.
Yeah, but not too much health. Not too much health from the Osiris. Only about 100 to 150, I believe. Maybe 200 at most at the moment. This Kraken has around the 200 to 300 with... Actually, no, he does get a lot from the CE stat that he built.
I think it's about 250, right?
Yeah. I mean, depending on what your E-Staff procs, depending on who you hit, whether it's this Ganesh or... I think maybe Ganesh would be the better target if you're ever trying to get an E-Staff proc off. easily. And they just have
Pyromancer
pressure on the
another
map.
2.5 minutes.
They could usually just swoop the Pyromancer to get a little bit of extra gold from this tier 1 tower, and right. Again, it was reduced pretty heavily down to 75 gold per player. Down from its 100 for each before.
Yeah, it's nothing really to fight over as well. Unless you know the fight's in your favor.
Yeah, and with it basically being at around 300 HP at most, probably there. It's not worth it to defend it. I mean, any team can be caught off guard and just make a pretty bad mistake there, though.
I'd say that right now, the Scylla being in mid by herself is obviously
Pyromancer is being looked at. 2 tanks here from Team Rats at Bats. Not really any range secure for them.
yeah.
I think the longest range ability technically is the Tremors.
Keegan Ash has about a 2-level lead. Fenrir's about to hit 20. I think right now they're just going to kind of farm up, be as close as they can get to full builds level 20 as quick as possible before the turn.
So it's just slapping at the Bracken, not really gonna find much.
Yeah,
He just speeds right out of there. And actually, I'm going for this tier 2 tower. This typically could be a mistake point for most teams, but no one really in position to fight there. In fact, actually looks like a split push is coming out from Troll Elite, but he does stop his.
Taking it back.
He does
I think
back
they thought
actually.
that maybe they were going to go and push for the Phoenix, but they might also be calling the defense.
Yeah.
The Fire Giant's about to be falling off, or it is off of them.
It is already off, yeah.
This is a very risky call, but
Yeah, I'd like to see them fall off. Just get a few more wards. You know, get one right where they're pathing over right now in this pit.
This is the best spot. Ganesh is 19.
Yeah.
So he's very close to the 20. That I'm kind of sure off the top of my head how much Dharmic Pillars does ultimately, but I think it's pretty significant.
I mean, it's basically just a major ability plus in damage. And if you get caught on that, it's a lot of damage if you get caught on that.
He's kind of pushing up on his own.
Yeah, but looks like teams are expecting some resistance from the other team, so they're just gonna set its dance around fire once more. I would like to see them push out the mid wave a little bit before this dance. I mean, you're mostly just gonna be dancing at the time being. You might as well get at least one wave in your favor at the moment.
So, you know, Dharmic Pillars hits for 250 per hit.
Yeah, I mean, then it's guaranteed 2 hits. It's guaranteed 2, and if you have ISO, it's guaranteed 3. As long as you don't beat it.
Low, and a 55%
Ooh,
reduction.
nice arrow finds 3 people. Makes them have a 10% HP. Any health advantages? Really good here.
It's gonna be a nice little dance. Actually, that left wave is gonna start shoving.
Yeah.
I think they're about to have wave pressure on that left side. So maybe
It looks like mid actually is pretty heavily favored in Rapid Bats too. The Bracken though cut out position and barely an awkward spot. Yeah, I mean, there's not that much magical protection. He only has that one item.
It's a very low damaging game as it is.
Only 25k from the Merlin and 30. Still, we seem to have somewhere around basically 1,000 per minute at this point, honestly. Fire Giant is being pulled though at a little bit under half. Uli took a lot of poke though. I don't know how he did that.
He took
Yeah, that's because of the back off. Bracken gets left on like Fenrir. He's plugged right back in. This Bracken's very low. I'm a monster. He does not find his mark though. Still finds the kill though.
Jing Chen has a no one's around.
Lots of great zoning, and Jing Chen is all alone. But great vortex from this Merlin. Save equipment disaster for his team. Honestly, besides Olsen, he's looking for these kills. But very low. Great ricochet. A good stun, and the Soul Crush is negated by this Aegis, but you'd like the quality still. Yeah. I think the size can usually just teleport back in too, and you get full health for this Fire Giant, and easily in favor of Team Frenzy here.
Like we said, I mean, this comp does a really good job of picking people off. The Fenrir started off with the 2-man Unchained.
We saw like we said, we've seen weird comps win, and this is being in this sort of more weirder comps favor. Juice Free was very low then. They misdid this fire giant. I'm surprised. Like you said, I wish Osiris had teleported in, but it looks like he didn't.
Might have been
yeah. So.
And this is another saving grace for the Wrath of Path.
Yeah, just a misplay here. Ooh, it takes a lot of damage from this Bracken, but not enough. He's still alive at very low HP. Lincoln from this Odin does find a spear with the ultimate. 1-for-1 trade on the Looney Tunes just when he finds a kill. This Osiris is in a very, very bad spot. He's not gonna get out here alive. That's a double kill for Justin Hu on this Odin.
And just like we were talking about using your comp strength, this comp for Wrath of Path is all about control, and they can definitely control any small corridor.
But just look at that amount of damage taken away. Juice Free really has no way getting out of there. Will fall. Bracken actually goes on their tower. A bit too aggressive. I'm a Monster does not find its mark. They're still looking for this Scylla. I don't think she has a... Yeah, she has on dash, and she's dead here.
And thinking Oreo's gonna funnel in and have a domino effect for the team.
Yeah, just...
They decide
it's just unfortunate for Team Frenzy there. They had the Fire Giant in their hands, but they just didn't play it properly at all.
It's a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. That Hydra's is... Hydra's trans and all the other parts. Look at it, she does a blood push on top of that. He used his beads, but that he stood on the fire pole. That's a very bad misplay. Fire Giant goes in the hands of Massive Bats. He could sustain a decent bit up, but those Warlord hands from Upstream Plunge are a bit too strong.
I don't like the Fenner just to, back off a little and just wait up for the team. Because I mean, right now the Fenner, I would like to think is running the comms. So if he keeps a level head, he definitely keeps the team in it.
Goldie is still in the favor of Frenzy here, but
yeah,
likely a change if they siege these tier 2. Again, unfortunate for Frenzy though that they just misplayed that fire pool.
Yeah, just not the right people pulling it, taking aggro. We'll see if it comes back and bites them in the butt, though.
Yeah. Primal Fury is up once more. I mean, they actually could have stuck it away there, honestly.
They see everyone on the map. This is a free goal free pull.
Yeah, and that's what Wooler does realize. But he leaps away, actually. Oh no. I mean, at the same time, though, some teams know the curse of the Goal Fury, Pulling at a bad time and the game just ends off that because you got picked there.
I definitely don't think it would have been a bad pull.
Yeah. That's like a 2-2-1 split at the moment. Well, given that wave pressure is unlikely, there's actually not a rotate over. Just gonna finish off that tier 1.
Push.
Or 2-2, yeah.
Not a bad push to begin with.
Well, if you realize that they're... Well, if you realize they're separated, you could easily find a picker too. I mean, again, that's what the comp is for. You should see that 2 of them are in mid. Yeah. I mean, they can defend it.
They seem to spot out the Fenner.
I mean, at this point, you should just go in and then fight right.
Yeah, they need to engage.
Yeah, but they didn't. And they let it get him for free. Yeah, another misplay. Bracken's in a very awkward spot, though, and no beads at all.
I don't think they have enough damage to kill him.
Yeah, Fenner is barely alive after all that damage. But no one's straight out yet. Like, Bracken is actually very tanky now. I think he's got his protections on line at this point. Ooh, but lots of damage from that Silva. Oh my. You still gotta be careful from her. Bring up earlier that the shield actually took away most of the crush damage, but... Ooh, great silence from that Ganesha. Stops the Bracken from looking for anything. And he actually does go for the Genji to get those cooldowns up a bit more, which...
And some more HP.
I mean, at worst, yeah. At worst, you go Shoguns, which makes no sense, but... You know, good, I'm flicking the big check. He does find the Scylla. I know, that's a... Yeah, that's a huge pick there. But you're trying to separate this by Jing Chen. Will not fall. Great zoning from this ult, but Osiris wants to go in still. 2 for 1 trade at the moment. Bracken's very low. Make that 2 for 2. Well, the Stars and Siri 2 gonna fall here, make it 3 for 2. Nash is very low. He's looking for a way out. He might just find it. Merlin does flicker in though. He's gotta be careful. He's burning him alive. But good silence, and the stand switch is too strong. Ghost finds the kill into his Ganesh. Hulu is all alone, and if he dies here, this might just be game. But great snipe. That leaps into place. Aegis is decent, but missed time though. Yeah. Merlin damage should be enough here.
Still coming up, I mean...
Nah, it's 10 seconds. They have burned. And that's why Merlin's picked. Just insane amounts of damage.
I think with Merlin being so strong, I'm not sure why people don't ban him with Hunbath.
There's just so many guys to ban though. There's just so many of them.
With Morgan Heim being out, you actually have more of a flex to do it.
Yeah, but even then...
I would let them have Odin again, but I definitely would not put Merlin.
Yeah, and put some misplays from Team Frenzy. Wrath of Bat secures game 1 of this set. I mean, Frenzy showed signs of life, though. I mean, they could easily take this to game 3.
I agree. Clean up some of the plays around FG on who's pulling it, and not hopefully it's not your ADP or mid.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just a lack of knowledge from Drew's Food, from him not normally being a frontliner.
Yeah.
Coming from jungle mid.
Again, at the same time, though, I would have liked to see the Thorns come out from the Osiris, especially with how aggressive he was. Because there's lots of low health bars a lot of the time, and if you have Thorns up, one few misplays from those pesky little carries could have spelled doom for their own team.
I agree.
Shell's a safe item. It's a good item, but or a good relic, but at the same time, there's just some that are better. It's not like an item where it's like it dictates, you know, how your game is played, but at the same time, we have a missed pickup on the relic.
It's definitely a very much closer game than I would have thought it would have been.
Yeah. I mean, it stayed close throughout the entire game. Anytime it took out a lead, it just got thrown away.
The subs that came in to play for Frenzy, though, they stepped up and played toe-to-toe with after that as well.
Yeah. Look at game 2, though. I mean, it's not even like the comps were even necessarily the things that ruined it. It was just the misplays. I think you gotta sort of keep your head up with your Team Frenzy and keep yourself a little head and stay in there, because you know you can win these games, and you know you can take this to game 3.
You can definitely win those. So we'll see what adjustments both teams make.
Yeah. We do see a lot of teams actually, though, opting for this triple tank idea once more. I mean, we saw Mouse, like, in Season 6, or Season 5, I believe, yeah. That was their sort of main thing, was triple Guardian or triple tank.
Triple tank, double hunter.
Yeah, that's what we really see from Cherio, is he does go... He can play the hard carry gods, but he also likes to play the sub gods as well. But yeah, I think, honestly, that might just be a decent meta for this league as well, as having this triple frontline idea.
I think as long as your mid carry or the hard carry to the team, it wouldn't be a bad idea to run it.
Yeah, I mean, you can abuse a lot of teams with just all that CC and all that damage from... Because that's one thing, too. A lot of the tanks have huge amounts of base damage at the same time as well, even without certain itemizations.
I agree. And just the way that the top mages are, the amount of damage that DPS that they can put out in a matter of seconds is also absurd.
Yeah, I mean, Merlin can melt an entire Titan down. Like an Anubis. Yeah.
He's just the better Anubis, I like to say.
Yeah, I mean, that's really how he is. He's does the same insane amount of damage, but way, way, way safer. And even with more damage on top of that, too. That's what's bad, so what are you looking to do in game 2?
That's what I was going to say. What do you think they're going to bring out? what type of style of play. We've seen them basically do everything at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think they might just go back to their old ways of. I mean, sure that last comp was also over W key comp, but I think they'll go for their heavily on the more carry. I just rely heavily more on the carries, like put Justin Hu on a god that instead of facilitates fights, more or less just he goes in, just gets a double kill with insane amounts of damage, like on a Pele or something, and just brings down Team Frenzy a lot quicker. Because Team Frenzy clearly show they can play this game, and they can clearly turn things around as well.
I think if they can get a little bit more production out of their mid laner, it also helps.
Yeah.
Because it sucks to see your mid laner do less than 20k in a matter of 30 plus minutes of game.
I mean, Drew's Food is a mid laner in technicality. I mean, that's where he started his competitive career, and even in season 1, he did play mid a few times for his team. Six bans of game 2. Probably see Persephone or Mojo ban out first too. Maybe Camazot's second or third. Actually, see Camazot's first. We do see Emoji first as well.
Nobody wants a Camazot. That god gets out of control way too easily.
Indeed. Look at all the junglers right now, though. Yeah, I don't mind Ori being back on the Fenrir. Honestly, I think if he just sort of played a bit more level-headedly and didn't aggress in a bit too heavily at times, he can make it work again.
I think Wrath of Bats right now, they should be playing for the home bats.
Yeah.
They do have first hit.
Bans up the Merlin, so.
That's what I think they are playing for. I would give Wrath of Bats the owner again.
Yeah.
If I was pressing.
It made its impact at times, but wasn't a game decider. But the Humbats is banned out, and we might just see the Odin once more. Oh, I like to see Xing Chen be picked up though here by Frenzy. Again, even with that nerf, he's still a strong guy.
I think a good pickup for them would just be Sobek Xing Chen. Those two guys just bring so much to the table.
But Ganesha Kukul Khan, I mean, that if you're stuck in the middle of it,
get out of the cage.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But at the same time, though, I mean, Ganesha's little cage of his pillars, shot the Cuckoo Tornado in there, and that's a dead squish no matter how you put it, I think.
I agree. I also think, Cuckoo ult on top of that in big team fight areas in the corridors can actually hit multiple people.
Yeah.
And doesn't require as much setup as the ult would. So maybe that's also what they're looking at.
And we see the Xing Chen once more come out. Likely going to Proud Color 4A in the support role. We see Jing Wei, who I don't know if she was actually banned last game, but she wasn't in last game at all.
She just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Also a strong ADC. It looks like they're gonna run it back.
Uller once more. I mean, hey, the Uller, honestly, if he found this, he could have turned that fight around at the very, very end and kept the game still going.
I mean, he played well. I think kind of rough early, but he played well in the mid to late game, especially with this team around him. I think he was the saving grace.
See the Thoth ban here.
Interesting ban.
Yeah. Lots of stuff. I mean, Jing Chen, you're someone that's a free 2 hits guaranteed from the Hieroglyphic Assault. See a Ravana ban out here, not as much surprise too. I mean, probably one of the safest junglers there is. That CC immune ult and that kickflip.
Yeah, it's kind of jungle 101.
And always having that little bit of sustain is nice as well. The 10-inch Shadow Fist ability.
It's interesting to say though, because I don't know what style of comp that they want to run. The way you look at both teams.
Yeah.
I think the sign ban's a safe ban.
Yeah, you just got basic stuff. Got basic stuff from Rats of Bats here, and
a respect ban coming out for Oreo. They don't want to see that doggo in the game anymore.
And I agree. I mean, he had such a huge impact throughout almost the entirety of that game. But we see the Bellona. Haven't seen her in this split.
She definitely brings pressure in the duo. I mean, the solo side of the map. But
Yeah.
the thing is with Bologna, you bring pressure for 30 minutes.
Ooh.
That's about it. Anubis is being hovered.
I would like to see that one. We have a spicy pick. We also played. Actually, we did see play once. I believe it was Oreo actually to do it against Kaiju's, I believe. In their set the one time.
The Anubis solo.
But Anubis, though, yeah, I don't know. I think Hades is just a lot better. If you're going for that type of solo pick.
Man, this could be your mid pick too as well.
Yeah. I don't know. They are picking both gods at the moment.
The only
13
problem with
seconds
Anubis
remaining.
is if they catch him in all, you throw tornado and ult him.
Yeah, I mean, if he's caught for any second, if he's in that Ganesh cage, he's dead. Services picked up. It looks like I think control maybe didn't connect. Actually, no, he
They're gonna run the
very
double.
literally locks into Hou double hunter. I mean, hey, it's that mouse strategy. Triple tank, double AC.
Mm-hmm. I mean, right now the Blana pick's looking good because you can just disarm these hunters.
Yeah.
At least in a 1v1 scenario for her.
I'm likely gonna see Hou go mid, although we do see Jing Wei go mid as well. Sometimes.
It is a very good Cerberus pick though.
Yeah.
3 gods with no CC immunity and they're good.
Now fourth with the ult and make that 4. A very odd Awelix pick here. I mean, Awelix, I just don't like her. She just really, she finds picks, yeah, which is Oreo Spice all seemingly, but at the same time,
very average.
She's average, but I mean, at the same time too, even though everyone on that team has leaps or somebody getting knocked up, 3 of them are tanks. And all 3 of them have ults you do not want to pull back to your team. And 9 times out of 10, especially in late game fights, the people who are leaping, or you're going to be most likely plucking with that ult, is going to be those tanks. And I think that's a problem with the Wheelix, is the fact that she just can't pluck away those carries like she does in the early game.
And I mean, the easiest way to counter a Wheelix, especially in the late, is you run at her, so she can't run at you.
I mean, we saw, what's his face? We saw Guantanamera against the men's pull the Bacchus even right after the Wheelix pick, and there's a few times where the Wheelix just got her ult baited out because of the Bacchus sleep.
I agree. But it's unfortunate that they don't have anything to help this Wheelix
yeah.
either.
I mean, the Ganesh knockup, the Kukulkan is with the ult is the only thing I can think of. Also, too, I mean, it's like
none of it's like guaranteed knockup, like a Selbek to a Geb to, you know.
And the Wheelix whole thing is also counterintuitive to herself, because I mean, if you're getting that knockup off of your own with that with a Moonlight Charge, I mean, if the god still has a leap and you plug them in, they just leap away at your ult and your ult's useless, realistically.
I agree. I think early she definitely has a little bit more pressure, jungle presence. It's going to be interesting to see how she turns it around towards the late. It's definitely different compared to the Fenrir.
But one thing Wheelix does do really good late, though, is be able to, when she gets minions, at least be able to split push towers, because, you know, like we said, her ult usually isn't that effective in the late game in the end, and she just pops that ult. She has a huge base attack speed stim, and she just melts an objective instantly.
Yeah, but I want to say her ult also gives her somewhat of, I think it's CC immunity as well.
Yeah, but
it's like very slight, but I don't think it'd be enough time.
Yeah, not enough time.
Pop that right when servers like that and all.
Yeah, Will's just a bit of a trapper, I think.
But yeah, I definitely say if Wheelix finds that Jingwei Hui out of place somehow in the jungle, it's definitely going to be causing trouble. But having, like you said earlier, having 3 tanks is definitely going to make it difficult. Because they could peel her off just as easily.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do for Wheelix is having a very aggressive. I mean, actually, that's what the balloon could be for. You know, you just ult in onto this Hou with that, and she just uses his leap to get away from that, but then the Wheelix plucks him out from the jungle in these fights. I think his positioning is going to be very important to make this Wheelix pick work.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to go into this game. I'd definitely give it to Rats but I think the win condition for Team Frenzy is they're on a clock and they need to win by 25.
Yeah.
If they don't win in that 25 to 28 minute range, it's over.
I mean, they might as well just commit to it and pick Ymir.
They should have.
Yeah. I mean, Ymir does great in solo lane. I mean, if you're looking for early solo kills, Ymir just hits you with the freeze and hits you with the carpet, and he gets double basic attack damage, and out of nowhere he solos you. Same thing with even support. I mean, you hit the carry with one of your abilities. Next thing you know, you basically do double their damage with your own basic attacks. Find a cheeky little kill.
I don't think the Jingwei is going to be fighting very much in this duo side.
Yeah.
So interesting to see where he's going to be fighting.
We didn't see Nimbe come out last game, though. Do you think we see one this game? Or not?
I don't see Proud Killer invading.
Yeah.
Especially since he's a sub. I don't know how often he's in.
Yeah, I don't believe even when we did see him support for a while. I don't think he invaded once. He was typically just a lane to mid type of support.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll probably just see the same as coming out from both sides. But it's safe to say that this Bellona should run away with the lane early.
Beautiful tree, though.
He might actually be able to.
But surrender burst started. Do we see a mistake come out here from side of the teams? I'm not thinking so. Might have just been a mistake. But looking around at the map, I mean, that is one interesting thing as in the game at the moment. Sometimes you hear a random sort of weird creepy laugh, and that's sort of the little teaser for Baba Yaga that's coming out as the next God in Smite. I believe April 1st, ironically enough, is the patch notes day, and that's only a few days away. It'll be interesting to see what they do there. Maybe interesting to see if they shake up the meta by any chance. Maybe nerf a Merlin or.
I hope they change up the meta.
Yeah, I really do too.
I would like to see Team Frenzy actually use the Bellona and be able to comp the wave, and she'll actually be able to outplay Servant very easily. And
yeah.
within the Willix coming to invade that blue.
Good old bludgeon.
Do that properly, but for some reason she's on the tower.
Yeah. It's just he's scared from game one. That's all I can say, probably. Ooh. Yeah, I would like to see her group up a bit better. But either way, she should easily just slap her way through those minions and get. Do we pressure see Bellona's get?
Maybe see the duo might have pressure once again.
Ooh, good stun.
I think they'll duke it out a little bit less.
Nah, I think both these teams just want to look for fights.
Draper looks like he wants to comp on them for a fight as well, but
yeah.
A little chuckle.
I think that works against Upstream a bit more than it does with Proud Killer. Probably just sort of sits there and says like, okay.
Yeah, Proud Killer's not one of them to really want to force anything.
Yeah. Good old Bellona. Good stuns. Blinking from Wheeler, that one's very low. He has some beats. Yeah. So he's still getting poked away on their tower and very low. In fact, the tornado here actually won't find a kill yet. But good flank. Yeah. It's Bellona pick. We haven't seen it in a while. I mean, why do we think that's so?
Because she brings nothing to our team other than laning. Like I said, she falls off very hard. Like the Berserker shield doesn't bring that much to make a flash shield. They're just better characters in the lane to get more value out of. And nobody likes Bellona in meta as well.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. But I think one of the most refreshing things for any solo though is that Bellona ult. Just yelling and jumping into the sky and then landing down to 3 people. It's always a fun thing to do. Yeah, I mean that bludgeon does a lot of damage. I believe it's like 25% extra damage per each god hit.
I hope Luana does get the position because I think that's her really big chance to actually pull in with the lane. Like I don't think she needs to go back to the defense.
Again, looks like Odin is opting for this trans, which I think is good on Odin if you're going for this more power-oriented version, because again, it does give you that cooldown, 10% of it.
I didn't actually have that key all the way on the relay.
Yeah.
Light lead.
Speaking of lead, so it looks like because that pressure, Kukan is just half level up. Likely going to that Book of Thoth start that we see Cuckoo's go. I mean, his passive revolving around that mana and his mana pool. I mean, his passive is Book of Thoth. He does have his ult up too, but no CC on the mark yet. Not just be a wash at the moment.
Move the shield away.
This is still looking for an invade though. But it is spy out. Ricochet doesn't find a nice little bounce. But the steal is good. She doesn't have ult though, so
She'll be
can't
able to
really fight into
away.
this.
A nice little cheeky steal that she has.
And with that, actually, they are up about 500 gold, which is pretty nice.
Wonder's looking to roll it out here, but I don't think it's nothing really happening. They're just throwing marshmallows at each other at this point.
Yeah, but hey.
Massively misplays.
Hey, Wally. Wally playing a lot better this game than last game, I think. Probably
it looked like he was playing a much more comfortable pick this game.
Yeah. Well, it's probably one of his favorite solos. Probably comfort for him.
Yeah, most people other than you. Probably really comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I do love the Bologna, but I do love my chalk though. My man, maybe he finally finds a buff or a change or a rework next patch. Who knows? Probably not. Probably not, yeah. But one poor little chalk man can only dream.
Kind of a slow lane on this side.
Yeah. I mean, hell, even King Arthur's made back into meta once. Well, not really meta heavily, but he's made back into solo lane once more, even with all of his nerfs.
I think King Arthur is still very good.
Yeah.
You just can't smash your head into a keyboard or your controller and do average.
Yeah.
Or just do a mass amount. You actually have to somewhat use a brain cell.
Yeah, I mean, hey, just not playing that King Arthur allows you to regenerate your brain cells. Which blink in from Ching Chen though, but could use that too. Yeah. Doesn't find the ult.
Double bounce hits like an F. Does a lot of damage.
Good knockup, but that could have easily kill on the Ching Chen, but instead once more wash fight.
Like I said, for this Awilix right now, she has to be in the right place.
Knockup, great. Pull in, and yeah, he's dead there.
Nice.
Great play. First blood goes to Team Fancy. They're looking for more. Does great stun, stops aggression from Zeus. Like, huge initial. Spirit of 9 wins. Doesn't find anything, unfortunately. By the way, you get first blood and you have 1,000 gold at the moment.
Lana's starting to gain her pressure as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe we start to see her get some proxies off and make an early rotation for a gold pool within the next couple minutes.
But Ganesh in a very awkward spot. He's gonna get caged off and likely falls here. Yeah, Chisu just in an awkward spot and
just out of
able to secure that kill. I mean, that's one thing you gotta watch out for this OE too. He sort of has a mobile ward with that too.
Just a ghost? Ghost spear?
I don't know. I think that I think a lot of times Odin's throw that ability out too quickly, and they throw out the second version of it, which doesn't do quite much anything except for homing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just trying to stop the back then.
Oh, but Wally's actually gonna get soloed, it looks like here. He uses his ult, took a lot of damage from the surface. If he's still sustaining, Odin will disrespect the 1v1.
This is Cleety, like I said. Number one rule of Cleety is not respect 1v1.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, that's honestly what team ran with it season 1, you know. Their solo duo, with their solo and jungle combo. Just sort of always doing these 1v2s in that side of the map. But Wheels is actually in the enemy jungle at the moment. Odin's very low, and the poke is perfect from Oreo to find a kill into Justin Who. He easily will run away here. I think he actually might look for more.
Yeah, so you should definitely look on the 2E, especially that he
Throws off the mark. No, he's good, but there's not much to separate zoning. Spirit of 9 wins, does find upstream ponage on the backside of that.
and the
He'll be
wheels
very low. But no knockup, and I think he'll be okay. But no tornado.
Right down a tornado?
They're just unfortunate. That's probably the most annoying thing in Tukuku is just getting hit by that tornado. But huge ricochet takes Kukulkan down to half health there.
Such a field battle.
Wait, look at those minions though, following the Ganesha from solo lane, I think. I mean, hey, that's an interesting way to get your mid lane more XP.
Sometimes you gotta have fans.
Yeah. How is it even possible that they fall that much? Usually they just sort of...
I can't tell you the amount of times that MX Double will steal minions from me in the solo side of the map and take it to mid.
2 kills to 3. Goldie's up to about 1500. The Wilkes does use her feather step there, but again, even with all this damage, she's likely going to jump out of there. Kukul, Tornado actually finds a decent bit of return damage. And even at this
Tornado is a saving grace for the Wilkes as well.
Yeah.
She gets class on, you throw a Tornado. Now they have a choice if they want to fight it.
Yeah, it's sort of like giving your own form of appeal to your other character. Ono does find 2. He's very low. Good beats him in the wheel assault. But Jing Channel from another tower does find Oreo. Gross does find 2 kills here. Ooh, a great rotation and actually, wow. Huge rotation from this AEC. Finds 3 to 1 in that fight. Yeah. That's a bit too aggressive from Justin.
I don't think the Lure's going to lose much. He'll contest his purple buff, which he should. And I'd say he doesn't lose anything then.
Yeah. You got that one minion or that one small pep up too. Axe off the mark. But he still is about half level down, I think, because of that. Because that one way that did push on the tower.
Jing should go and contest just for the fun of it, because she has sustained in her build.
Ooh, Axe. I think it hit the wall. 2k gold lead though. At the moment, 6 kills to 3. I'd like to see some wards be put around this fire or this gold free pit. Only 1 at the moment from likely the Jing Wei. You actually see a ward all the way down to red buff.
Huge knockout.
Yeah, but no,
no,
actually didn't have ult yet.
I'm saying it's smart either way. The Jing would have taken the aggro.
That's actually a nice ward though. We're around that red buff. It tells you where this Odin is. But speaking of knowing where this Odin is, this Ullr does not, and he's all alone. Go use the leap early. Sun off the mark, but the leap is also off the mark. He'll likely.
The team is coming to save
and the
right
Sun's off the mark as well. Ullr will likely still fall here with all the damage, but Jing Wei is plugged straight back in and doesn't get the ult off, and she falls once more. Oreo finds another great pick in this engagement. 3v2 at the moment, not much else is happening. But Quinn actually gets chunked down by this Wheelix. The 9 wins from downtown, doesn't find anything, but Oreo finds another kill. But it's huge Jing Channel actually throws 2 into the wall, another huge ricochet, and a huge ult from this Ho Yi. Finds at least 1 in return. 2 for 3 at the moment. Just a long fight. I mean, that fight goes a lot. I think that fight goes in Raspberry's favors if Justin just finds some mark on his abilities, but mess up a little bit on his mechanics there.
Yeah, sometimes you just miss it. You know, you don't know what the comms are either. She could have been looking one way and then got told to go another.
Yeah. I don't think that's one thing we actually see too much out is like people actually alerting their teammates of where to juke. Which I know some pros do actually call out to their teammates.
But definitely right now, I want to say Rats and Bats are trying to be the aggressor and it's just not working.
Yeah.
But as the game goes on, like we said, it's going to definitely keep going.
Ganesh is aggressing onto his Hui in his own jungle. Tornado, kind of a... Oh, wait.
Solo kill.
Oh, yeah, he was all... That Jing was all the way in near the purple buff. Just... Decent bit of a misplay there. Jing, I think, just way too aggressive. Especially after what just happened.
He might have just had some crit built on one and then thought he could take a one because of it as well.
What that gold fairy is being looked at. He does not have ulti yet, but up very soon. He's up right now. Gets killed though. 2 gold is not secure, but Oreo finds the kill though. 1 for none at the moment. Ulo is very low, and he'll likely find his way out. They're still trying to get this gold fairy, but Owen is knocked up and a huge amount of damage from Oreo once more. Finds another kill on his opponent, Justin Hu. G-Chen liked the fall here as well. Likely a double kill for his Willows, but instead it goes to this Kukulkan. Khan. Slightly sloppy. Yeah, a bit sloppy though from Frenzy.
He's gonna find this big way right now.
He does. But he's very low actually. And yeah, but he will still secure it though. Ooh, she dashes into the wall though, unfortunate for her there. Yeah. But knowing Jingwei, she'll just get back to lane and not lose anything. Even if she's at the back. Server's getting slapped around pretty heavily. But I mean his passive does give him a little bit of sustain from slapping away with that Berserker shield and the sustain from the Scourge.
I would say game out in this game. I think opponents would be a smart pickup.
Yeah.
Even maybe a Witch Blade, because they do have 2 airs and you just have to limit that as best as possible.
I mean, hey, that's also shocking too, you know? So, anti-auto attack. I mean, if you really want to get a bit in there too, if you're that type of player, you go Frostbound, and that also reduces their attack speed. Go on top of them.
Or you just get Ickable and take their power.
Yeah, I don't think that. Even with some of the weird builds we saw with Solange, I don't think that many of them would. That type of player looks like that on me. 13 kills to 5, up 3 to 4k. Team Frenzy. Only on to elite so far. But basically, let's hope that they can still continue it, but huge base attacks from that Jingwei. Don't think they were crits quite necessarily, but I think if those were crits, he'd be dead. Good stun though, has some beads. Just playing, you can't play aggressive at the same time, you're just expending your own relics and your own ultimate. Those situations, which isn't necessarily the best thing. And there is no gold fairy to fight over at least.
To do that either.
Yeah.
I think she has a little bit of luxury to fight aggressively. But there's only
that's
so
why the Wills comes over.
Yep.
Good way to turn around to notice the rotation, but those pokes from that spear are just way too much. Jingwei is very low. Does have her ult still, and she will ult away.
And that's a win.
Yeah. I mean, only Blink was expended. Compared to the beads and ult overall from that extended engagement. Nothing to fight over except for this Pyromancer at most. That's the best actually does have the wards for, and they will look to go for it. Yeah, smart call. Not that much gold, but hey, anything to bring down this 4K lead is really anything. Ult was maybe a little bit excessive, but either way, it is secured.
It's better safe than sorry, but
yeah. I mean, you have the wards there too that shows them out on mid. I think if you have a ward maybe right in mid lane as well, that would also have been a nice ward to have.
There's been such a lack of solo lane presence in the game. I feel like it's whatever solo.
Yeah, but interestingly enough though, look at that tower in solo lane. It's actually at 0 HP. In fact, the server's actually just gonna...
He jumped in. He jumped in and take it.
He's W-king it and he gets it easily. Took a good few basic attacks, maybe because of the disarm where just a little bit of extra health. Jingwei dashing in huge crits there. Roller's brought down all the way to half. Trying to find his own wave. Does have the Aussie sustain, and he actually does get a Baron engagement at the moment. He leaps in. Can he find the axe? Aegis comes out, axe on the mark, chop, 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 and Lee Tunes gets that kill. But in the mid lane though, it looks like Justin Hu was traded out at the same time. It's a great kill. Chance very low.
And he dies like a Nash Pillars.
Yeah, Dharma Pillars on the mark once more from ooh, the ult was off the mark from the Aegis though. Good evasion of that ult actually.
They can win this fight. They actually.
Yeah, ooh.
Right.
That's a lot of damage from that Cerberus. But no minions, and
Cerberus should just back up and give it.
Yeah, looks like both teams don't really want to go for this. Ooh, the will actually find his tier 1 tower.
They're gonna blue buff invade off of it though as well.
Yeah. I say Jingle doesn't hurt passive. You might even find a tier 2 in that duo side. But this Primal Fury is back up to respawn. Very soon. Likely gonna see. No wards at the moment around, but just one safe ward from Team Frenzy. We'd like to see some extra ward coverage come out. Good move by the Hoyi to get the Oracle Vision. We guarantee vision on that objective. I mean, hey, you can even stick a Fire Giant with that sort of knowledge. So the gold lead lingers around 4K. Those two different solo kills on mid and AC. Team has a lot of damage onto this Wheelix, but she also takes a bit of a turn poke. They're starting up this Primal Fury, no wards. Quite yet by the team, but
Not a quarter HP.
it's down half at this point.
This Kuka just got fired in the mid.
Yeah, but at the same time, it looks like positioning from Frenzy is a bit too scary, and
I
actually,
wanted to solo the Hui and Garzult off.
ooh, that is what you love to see from your Bologna. And Bologna's with the Thorns is just chasing down this Xing Wei. Same way to Xing Wei, but this Odin and Xing Chen are still around this Gold Fury pit. But I don't think Bologna can take this. I mean,
She'll die. It's unfortunate that she actually used the disarm while her thorns were still active.
yeah, that's a bit of a misplay.
She should have kept with the shield dash.
But I mean,
But they got gold. You know,
it wasn't necessary. But yeah, it's still.
They got gold in the towers, and that's, at the end of the day, it's still a win.
And you did find their mid laner too before that even happened. It looks like though they're around this Fire Giant pit, maybe looking for a pick. But so they'll just walk back to their lanes. Up 5K now. Man, at this point in the game, last game it was still pretty even. Frenzy holding its strong lead throughout this entire game so far, and they're looking to hopefully win us to game 3.
Hopefully,
Not an easy position too.
They actually step on the gas pedal though.
Yeah.
I think they definitely have a comp to do it. Kuku's level 19.
Yeah, I mean that.
Farming machine right now.
Yeah, that tornado has, or not that tornado, that Spirit of the Nine Winds probably can 3/4 health, if not one shot a person at this point as well. But it looks like both teams will just relax on the farming for a bit. Pyromancer is respawning very, very soon. Might see a fight over that, might just...
Really looking to rotate across the map for
Yeah.
this too as well.
Jingwei just gonna split push.
She's back.
Actually, no, she went back. Means we'll still go under tower, get some poke off on that tower.
They might think that they're gonna pull the fire giant, so they're calling the Jingwei across back to defense.
Yeah, especially with the Uller maybe being rotated out, or spotted out on the rotation. Pyromancer is being looked at, down to 25% HP. They're looking for a steal, but don't find anything. Well, it's looking too aggressive, and Dark Felix does come out. Frenzy as well. Not much yet, though. This Xing Chen does get poked down to half. Jingwei has to ult away. Huge amounts of damage from this Wheelix. Service as well. The great zoning from that Odin cage, but Service took the wrong pathing there, and it's a bit more poke as well. He also dropped.
They got all their ults. This should go fall back and pull a fire giant.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing up is Xing Chen ult, which...
Even then, you should be able to pull it fine.
Yeah. Wheelix is backing, though. They're
Maybe
looking...
a little uncertainty.
Oh, and this Bologna might get picked out here. She does have ult. Xing Chen ult doesn't find... Yeah.
Now you
Oh, no.
Now you
Yeah.
The Bologna makes that call and you bolt to that fire giant.
Ooh, you gotta be on the right side of the map, though. You can't be going for those oracles. You gotta run over there as fast as you can. 0 ults up. 4 of them actually are. 4 of them are at half. Yeah. Oh, and what's Ku doing on backs? Yikes.
I don't know, but this is someone needs to start waking the team up and say we need to take this objective now.
Yeah.
This is their best possible chance too as well.
Yeah, and again, another misplay might possibly spell doom for Frenzy here.
And
It's
it
just shut down a
like
little bit. Darwin Kozo finds a lot of damage, finds 3 in that cage. Spear of the 9 wins comes to an absolutely obliterates control. That's a double kill from Looney Tunes on this Uller as well. And that's the free Fire Giant displaying that they do it correctly. But holy, those
that Odin cage unfortunately body blocked the Jing Chen on the Darwin pillars as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the second time in these 2 games that Drew's Food has found a 3-man Darwin pillar that just absolutely wins a fight.
Great play by Oreo.
Oreo, another solo kill onto Justin Hu.
Great play by him.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, the hot hands is... He burned himself last game on the Fenrir, but I think he's actually put his hand nice a little bit and is actually playing this game a lot better than last game.
I definitely agree with you on that one.
Justin Hu will be down, and they could make him look for a Phoenix.
Looking like Bologna's going to be building into a Neiman, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so too.
And probably be the best situation as well.
I agree.
At this point, I wouldn't be scared of any magical damage. I would just go Neiman and Spectral. Just make the Jingwei be useless to you.
Yeah, I do like the Skull Wiping. Backing, going for the farthest away tower from the Fire Giant, also Oni Fury being up.
Get the Gold Fury, get your towers, and look to make a push on that one.
And actually, we see Ganesh actually went to that J-Dem's crown, giving a little bit extra damage to his ult as well, and also just reducing that damage that the
Hunters carry.
3 physicals do, yeah.
And the gold leads down up to 12k.
Yeah.
As well.
It's not... The game still can be turned around. I mean, we've seen these deficits be turned around. But it's like looking like we'll go to game 3 possibly here.
Not that word, obviously. Don't give him the fastest first.
Any Fury falls, and I'd like to see him push with these waves. Fire Giants on them for a long amount of time. They could easily go for Phoenix. Actually, lazy backing. Doesn't get the knockup though, actually, and that makes his ult useless, but he still gets out there. Lines up perfect arm with pillars. Drew's Food
is having amazing ultimate 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe he played this guy in the jungle too and has some experience on it as well. I mean, it's one of the few weird support picks that some typical OG junglers pick up. At the same time too. They just pick up the support role and doing the exact same thing on. Lincoln from Cerberus though gets the beads. I like to just be a watch for his ult. Stitching wet, or this Bologna is just zoning away everyone. He just has to run away. Spirit Nightwinds finds the Xing Chen. Good zoning from this Ho Yi, and this Bologna is still running at this Ho Yi. That's zoning away 2 people. Being stunned, how Jingwei has to ult away as well.
That is a great jump by Wally, and I trying to push out them.
Wally's still at full HP almost, and he's at their fountain almost. And upstream is just all alone.
The question is, do you go for the mid Phoenix, or do you just go for the end?
I mean, they're roughing the mid Phoenix somewhere what they're... Good Dark Force finds half health, and Jingwei gets the Roman Victor around her face. Blinking from the Oni, but Oni gets absolutely shredded through, down to 100 HP that they're at most. I think you might just see the end. Xing Chen, likely follower 2. The tornado does find that little bit of damage. Oni waves, normal main waves, and yeah.
You have a fire Oni wave on hiding from the midline.
Yeah. Good stuff, but they gotta find it. They gotta attack this Titan. The Titan's still at half HP. They gotta start training this thing down. But he's focusing these minions, but there's not really much you can do. And we are going to a game 3 here with Frenzy versus Rats with Bats. Once again.
I would like to point out that I said they're on a ticking time. 25 to 28 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they won 26, which, I mean, they basically had it won by the 24th minute mark, so, yeah. They defused the bomb in the right time. Or they got their bomb off at the right time.
Played extremely well that game. Other than getting soloed, I think he played her team played extremely well.
Yeah,
one of the carries.
The Wheelix was able to find the picks early, which any Wheelix really does, but also late game just also getting the picks as well. Just a bit sloppy play, especially from Justin Hu on that Odin. 2 and 7, just odd build and not having a good time that game.
Like
again, I just don't
really
really
working for them.
I don't like this Hydras too, especially from him as well. In that build, it's just not the thing you do on Odin.
It's just safe to say it's bad.
Yeah, it's just bad.
It's just bad. It's safe to say. I think someone needs talking to him, or just let the Odin. Because obviously,
I'm guessing he's thinking. I'm guessing he's thinking, oh yeah, I'll just jump in and get the Hydras and then the stun and then the Hydras. But I mean, this Ganesh is very, very, very good into this Odin. Stops his. The whole point of this thing was just channeling that 3, and I believe that also stops the damage, or he can actually stop the damage from his leap combo as well. Yeah.
I think the Ganesh honestly stops people that want a WP as well. That's a 5-second silence that you can't do anything.
Yeah. He also got a long range stun that cancels out in the first place.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do to change it. I think maybe they try to go for the double hunter to try and push a lead if they got it. But I don't think they just never got it.
Maybe see even Ganesh Band come out here possibly. I don't know, Juice Food has just been very, very good on the support pick.
I agree. It'd be definitely interesting to see him take it off.
I think for the first time this set, they will have first pick on Team Frenzy. Could easily go for a lot of picks here, but they will ban away the Emoji first. Because not necessarily in his God pool. I mean, honestly, just look for the Ganesh once more, too, I think. Either way.
I think if I'm Team Frenzy, I'd just ban Merlin. Call it a day.
I agree.
Unless you want to take it yourself. And that's what they do. They ban the Merlin.
Yeah, Merlin's a very, very scary mage to go up against.
Their mid laner looked a lot more comfortable on the Cooper as well.
Yeah. You can easily pick up for them again. Board band out here. Not surprised. Strong jungler can also work in solo in some cases.
And the comes
out. Not surprised either, I think. Persephone is still open at the moment. I'd like to see it banned out here, though. I also think something else is a bit too.
I just don't know if Frenzy's mid laner currently can play Persephone.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if he can, then that's a recipe for disaster. That god is absurd, the amount of things that she can do.
Indeed, I mean, one combo that is very lethal is Ganesh Persephone. I mean, you just have someone root on that Ganesh and they're just insta-dead.
Yep.
And that, I mean, his cage is practically another Persephone cage, too, as well. And we see the Ganesha ban. Respect the Ganesha. I'd like to see Persephone come because I'm pretty sure those Resopaths can play themselves. Hopefully they can play it, or Chris can play it.
And they will take it.
And they will pick it in.
I think it's smart.
It's hovered. Not picked yet, though.
I don't know if you let Ghost take it.
No, you get the Kukulkan once more. Why go for the more of a comfort pick?
A snap block on the Persephone.
Yep.
I just don't know if you let Ghost play it, especially with the
and the Uller.
Because they're going for pressure across the board.
Indeed they are.
It's just how you're going to combat it at this point.
Yeah. I think Drew's Food picks up here for support. If you think they do pick the support here in these next two for Team Frenzy? Think we give them the Jingchan?
I don't know. I think Jingchan would be fine pulling the Uller consistently, but Persephone get a hold of. But I think, like I said, I think Jingchan and Sobek work well together because of the other and the displacement that they both can bring to a team and spacing. Whether these two teams want to do that or not is another totally different question.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't, you can't do anything about that either as well.
And with Persephone, I mean, like we said from game one, Resopaths is one of the teams that will just keep running you down. Persephone is sort of in a weird sense a mage that will just run you down from a long range. We do see Xingqiang and Hui come out, which is not too much of a surprise.
Kind of flip-flopping. I'm interested to see how Livingston navigates the Hui as well. I think he played Uller extremely well, so I would assume that he played the Hui well as well.
But what will Rasputin pick third here is the question.
I think Gab would be a good pick for them. Get a climb
Yeah,
opposing channel.
goal counter. But I
Or
mean, we
if
hope.
you run a W key, just get a Kumbhakana, let them
Yeah.
blink in, Mez, and they just blow them up.
At the same time, though, we have seen teams make a mistake of when they even pick Geb instead of Xing Chen, the Geb will be picked up with their mid laner, and that whole idea of cleansing that ult will just be useless. Actually, Kepri is also a very good pick, too. His ult actually does provide a cleanse of CC as well, but they will go for the jungle pick here and the Ravana.
I like the Ravana pick here.
Yeah, same here.
Just annoying guy. If he finds out who he's bad at jump, he's gonna make him live in hell. And then the mitigation that he also receives on
And he can't find, and
right through the Kuku tornado.
he can immune that ricochet that he plays a bit incorrectly as well in a 1v1 engagement.
I think it's a strong 3 pick that they just drafted.
Yeah, very, very strong lot. Looks like they did go away from this triple tank though, putting the giving the Robin to Justin Hu.
I think giving the Ravana to Justin Hu gives them something to like facilitate the map a little bit better.
Yeah. We see the Kumbhakana band now, not much of a surprise. Same thing with the Jormungand actually. Jormungand was a very, very popular pick last season, but we haven't seen him be favored too much except for Lanquintana Mera, who usually has a armor pick this pick. Actually, respecting him from the Wilkes as well, and the Geb, also another very smart fan out.
I think it's 2 very strong bands from both teams.
Yeah.
The Yorm, I don't really. I think Yorm's kind of slowly falling off.
But at the same time, Yorm is great against Persephone's cage, where he just hisses the cage down. And one little annoying thing that he can do to this Terra is hiss down her monolith before she can dash it. Yeah. We see the Bologna come out once more, going back to that comfort. And Scotty, ooh. Wait, hold on.
Kui jungle?
Yeah, wait, hold on a second. What? Hold on.
Maybe they have some niche picks coming out now.
Yeah.
Maybe they worked on something. Scotty's definitely interesting to say the least, but I don't know if that's the pick into Ravana.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's very. I like a lot of people when they both picked up Pele.
I don't actually hate this pick at all. I think it works pretty well. Because if Persephone dashes, you ult to her.
Yeah.
You get that CC immunity.
But we see the Odin come out once more. Let's see where they put it, actually. It's on upstream at the moment, but...
Then I go to the solo. I don't think giving Terra to upstream the way he's played the lane...
Yeah, he's so big.
You're not going to get the value out of it.
He's way more aggressive. It is interesting, though, seeing Proud Killer on this Terra, though. For the time we've seen him play support, I don't think we've ever seen him play God like Terra.
I don't know. I understand, like, the thought process to the Terra, but a lot of room for failure with it.
There's also lots of interesting plays you can do with her, like using the walls to just block off someone, or using her walls to get her passive, which is basically like a mini Frostbound hammer, and just forcing someone to be in a sticky spot.
I'd like to think that. I think Xing Chen Hui has more pressure.
But at the same time, Terra's also a great god for a team that wants to run out people to just pop that ult, get an extra bit of few hundred damage off onto everyone who has the ult procced onto them.
It's gonna go well with Persephone playing stamina as well.
Yeah.
And especially if Persephone hits a huge ult, and you Terra root them in place as well. You're just stuck.
Yeah, I want to say Persephone's ult is actually the same size as Terra ult when it's in the circle form.
Yeah.
As well. But who do you think wins this set overall with their comps at the moment and how they've played?
I want to say I like Rapid Bat's comp. It's a lot easier to perform within like their 3v3. I just think again that it's a ticking time bomb for Team Frenzy. Bologna just doesn't bring much to the table as the game proceeds past 30 minutes. And this time it's going to be a lot more difficult for her going on a Persephone.
Indeed.
And Uller, you disarm the Uller, he's just going to axe you. And I think, isn't Uller's, one of his axe stands was where he can't get disarmed, I'm pretty sure? Or no, his bow stands. His 2 let them where he can't get disarmed.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, too, if Frenzy does manage to get a lead early like they did last game, I think they can easily.
Yeah, I agree. Pele snowballs hard.
Yeah. And even if they don't snowball super hard, I think they can still easily sort of just break the morale of Team Rats with bats.
But I am interested to see how Upstream Prodigy plays Odin.
Yeah, I'm also very interested to see how Proud Killer plays as Terra, because it is a nice counterplay that her monolith stops her from getting thrown fully with the Jing Channel, but at the same time, Terra's also just food for the Xing Chen if that's not the case where she has her monolith up.
Same as the Uller, though. Uller steps out of place by accident. He's going to be thrown.
It's interesting to see what Ori can do on this Pele. If you can continue this, just finding these picks in the jungle. I mean, that's the place that we saw of Justin Hu actually for the last few weeks, is he finds all these kills and gets a huge lead, but it looks like he hasn't been able to find it on this Odin the last 2 times. Probably putting him on a true jungler again in this Ravana. But Orio's just been getting kills on kills.
I think Ravana and Pele, they fight equally into each other as well.
Yeah. Both have a lot of safety against each other. Both have lots of. They're probably 2 of the most evenly matched junglers into each other.
I think the thing to watch right here is the jungle matchup against each other.
Yeah.
I think whoever has more of a presence in game from the jungle is going to win their team game.
I agree. At the same time, again, Jolly's got to be careful because he can't be making those leap-in plays. He didn't get a second game where he was just getting picked on Jingwei constantly and just losing his relics on cooldown. Game 3 underway. Probably see Tibble starts once again. I don't think many teams in this league really opt for invades. I think if the teams are talking, they know what they're doing, they'll opt for these sort of invade starts and everything else, but besides that, not really. And I think the team that's done it the most is the Pappies of any of the teams with this invade strategy, whether it's invading speed or invading the purple buff.
Kind of interested to see why they don't. I think I would apply pressure on the duo side, force everyone to be in lane, off the rip. You know, one double bounce can lead to disaster on the duo side as well. Obviously the same, I think, after the Terra stun.
Yeah, I mean, that purple buffer is prime triple A shape.
Looks like Odin has one on her tower. Again.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just plays a bit passively on this first wave, typically.
It's possible.
I think she should clearly get a clear out though. First, but there will be a pause vote actually.
Pretty sure when Pele started her 3, she doesn't really have that much kill potential.
Yeah, she has no kill, but she does have good clear.
Yeah. I've seen some junglers start the 1, do the 3 still. I think it just depends on how you want to play early.
Yeah, I mean, like, realistically, you'd be going like the 1 and the 2 and then blinking over a wall and getting a sneak kill into the mid.
Yeah. So possibly the Blink Spirit Herder as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be you have to be in a completely different position to blink over that wall in the mids. But the invade of the little Alpha Harpy will not go through. I think if it gave a bit more XP, it could be useful, but...
I mean, I know they made it for it to be like a last result, like a last-ditch effort to do something in the duo line. But I also agree, it's just so useless.
Because like, I believe even if you go to buffs to the Harpy, you still don't get level 2 instantly off of that.
Keep friendly, I mean, they're not afraid to fight in the duo line.
Yeah. Good range stun. Good combo, but finishing returns Still can find that damage. I think Chen just looking to punch around these two people.
We
I think about
for a
that.
second.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking for that.
He must have been looking for a kill there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame them.
Got it too.
I don't blame them. And this is really where I don't see the Odin be picked too much in solo. He just always gets bullied out by really every solo player.
Until he's about 7 or 8, when he can start insta-clearing waves.
Yeah.
Really,
He takes a lot of weight. Yeah.
She wants to try and push her lead as best as possible.
And make sure this Odin can't get that much gold from his own wave. I mean, yeah, with that, there's like a 500-ish gold lead too. At the moment from the totems and just having to waste on the tower. Really good stun, but it'll value something like. Just find the line, but lose out, man. The great CC chain finds the beast when you a good knockup. Shell is on point though. That will save the life more of this Uller, but with that, the purple invade is being looked at.
And it's looking like the Ravana's going to defend his blue buff, which is a tough spot for her.
Yeah.
She catches a bird bomb, she might die.
Yeah, but Odin's very low. I don't think he even wants to try this. The invade was not successful, but this could be an early kill. Bludgeon off the mark. Good stun, but
Good effort,
unfortunately they couldn't invade. But yeah, good effort. He does get the two minis.
He gets backs too as well.
Yeah. And stripping away that farm is ever so important. Kuko Khan actually rotating over. I mean that's what Kuko Khan can do.
Just coming over just in case they fall in trouble.
Yeah. I think he takes a little bit of a different path. I think he is able to not lose any XP or just very low XP at all.
The thing I love about Cleety though is like knowing like I've never seen Looney Tunes ever in my life. And so it's like him bringing it to Antonio or whispering, you know,
quality.
More known and within the Smite community. Nice to see these newer players come here and kind of show their worth.
Actually, the purple buff invade was successful from Team House Bats.
Yeah,
Yes, it was actually. It was grayed out, which means red team got it.
what is it?
Yeah. Google Khan just having a nice 7 lane. I think the only god they can even have is safe as clear as like New Law. I would say.
Possibly.
Because New Law, you literally just throw the fog, throw your shining null, and then your minions clear the rest of it.
Damn, Balana plays it right. She can get a solo kill.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, that's the problem with Odin. He has no sustain at all. And I mean, if you miss that bird bomb, you really have no way to sustain at all in that lane. Look for another blue invade.
Odin has ult, Ravana also has ult.
He's
She needs
a
to
little bit.
commit on top of this Odin. She needs to commit on this.
Yeah. Ooh, but good stun to stop bird damage.
And
Rally is good,
up the kill.
but Pelly finds a kill. Rob has ult out, and the blue buff was secured, but First Blood does go to the hands of Team Frenzy, up 1k once more in this game.
And she's looking to save the speed buffs up.
Yeah.
It's almost at the point where you need to call it a wrap at this blue buff. Defending your play over and over is not going to
Yeah, especially if you're losing.
Cut your loss.
Especially if you're dying with it too. I don't even think Odin gets this blue buff. Yeah. It despawns. Was able to make it back to wave.
He's probably going to miss at least 2 to 3 rings as well.
And all that gold as well, unless he gets a bird bomb on the archers. Good secure from their own red buff off the invade.
That is a saving grace though. They are
Ooh, but blink in from Jing Chen. No wrong kickflip. And Olsen. 3 of the 9 wins finds 2, and then Oreo gets the kill. Terra's still
off the mark as well.
Actually, no, Haley's very low here as well, but good rotation from these AECs. But Ullr's looking for a kill, I think, but he just leaps in place. Great stun! 3-man stun from Proud Killer, and that gets the kill into Oreo. Goes to Zed, finds 2, he's looking for more. He could easily get 3 here, maybe even 4. But instead, the fellow just simmer off right there.
Great play by Proud Killer.
Yeah, huge stun. Question mark. was an exclamation point right there. I think that's the one thing Owen does have in this balloon, at least, is the fact that he can stun out her bludgeon clear.
I agree. Well,
But
maybe
again,
fall back and get her blue buff to help her lead extend even more.
yeah.
Leaving it up
But at
is
the
just
same
wasted
time,
farm.
the enemy blue buff is up, so you might look to invade that as well.
Yeah.
Like we see the Paley go for
It's
these
just wasted
backs.
farm. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Paley's pathing, it looks like they want to go for another invade. Ramen is already there, though.
They're late.
Yeah, they're very late to this. And blue buff will easily fall. Yeah, just a bit too late. Although he does deny that farm from the Odin, actually, I do believe he doesn't even get anything to that wave. Or he was very low, though, under his own tower.
He's struggling to clear wave.
Yeah. But Jing Chen is rotating over, going to relieve a bit of this pressure for his ADC. Looks like he actually gets a D ward as well. Some nice little bonus there as well. Not under too much pressure, so the knock up and ward combo really won't scare away this Uli that much at all. Upstream actually
Dives him on
does.
the tower and picks
Yeah.
him.
Kelly gets the kill, but ooh.
Dives to tower?
Yeah.
I guess.
Oof.
I don't know what happened there.
I guess he just wanted that kill and
Maybe he got a little happy and camped onto him a little bit longer than expected.
yeah. So Jing Chen is very obvious pocket stunned out. I'd like to or actually no, he can even get ulting out of there. Yeah, and that's a 2 for none trade there.
Don't know why he went back to pick up that buff.
Yeah. And with that though, they are hovering around this goal for you. The only one there is Kukulkan. Kukulkan does have this ultimate up. He can look for a steal. Uller is tanking as well, but great zoning from Proudkiller.
They have good confirm with the defensive lamps as well.
Yeah. Haley is coming in though. Haley looks like she wants to go in for a kill. She could easily get a kill here. Valkyrie's still being leashed. It is secured by the team though, and Oreo falls for no reason, unfortunately. But oh no!
Come on, Justin, who?
From downtown, the Google Kyle, Justin Hu drinking into the ult. And that's one example of like something I don't think a lot of players do that most pro players do is you see the Kukano coming, you're like, Kukano is incoming, you don't know where it's coming from, and if someone is there that just says, hey, it's going into the middle of Gold Tree pit, then you just have Justin Hu say, hey, I'll just walk to the right and I'll get hit by that. But instead he walks right into that. And with that, the speed buff invade will come out from this Pele. Actually, no, the Bologna. Pardon me. Does get that little steal away. And for once, it looks like this falling on this Bologna is all the pressure in the lane, has the tower down very low. Shooting channel, just a bit misused. Second ult comes out as well, and actually this could easily be a killer. Yeah, Robin gets the kill. Drew's Food just playing a bit icky this game, and now with that goal for you on top of that, that lead is now in the favor of Rats with Bats. Yeah, just struggling to clear wave, like you said.
Yeah, we're definitely always play pressure. Right now,
Yeah, he's actually 2 levels up.
Clean up his axe, so they can actually have a chance to push.
Yeah, they just have to play a bit more clean. I mean, you can't be doing this if you're Pele here. You're dead here again, yeah.
Definitely getting a little sloppy.
Yeah, it just got cooled down. Got cool off there.
I don't know if they have a coach or anything, but I think it'd be a good tactical pause for them
Yeah.
to get their heads in the right space. Lee just jumps in.
Yeah, but he actually wins this engagement so far. The Terror is coming in. Gonna save the life of his ADC.
Disrespect.
Let's see on the right side though, this option's still very low on the Xing Chen. Or not the Xing Chen, the Zone. Oh yeah, and you gotta make sure that leap is out. It's a waste of a ult right there. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think there should be a pause code coming out of here from Team Frenzy.
Like they're trying to force things, so like even if that Xing Chen does get an ult, there's nobody in sight.
Yeah.
So like why would Ghost ever beat that to begin
Eh.
with?
Looking for the misplay at most, yeah, but
I'm trying to make hero plays and he's going to down. Oh.
yeah. even still, I mean,
Probably
Team
comes
Frenzy,
out.
Frenzy is playing lots of invades.
Topping's gonna run into 3 people as well.
Not quite, actually. He actually will get out of there without receiving any harm at all.
He's farming extremely well.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of invades coming out too. I mean, Drew's Food, I believe, did get the backs on the one rotation before he had that unfortunate ult. They are finding lots of invades, but at the same time, just not playing the rest of the game correctly. I mean, this lead in AC is just becoming too much, I think. I mean, you're seeing this Uller just solo invade this red buff. Something's gotta be done to relieve this pressure. Not just have a single rotation, it needs to be a fight that goes in your favor. Yeah. Only 7 stacks on like almost feeds compared to the 23 of Terra.
I mean, Cuckoo has a little level lead for this team.
Yeah, not much of a surprise either way though.
It's kind of like they're just kind of scattered around the map. They're not being like Rats with Bats right now. They're a walking death ball.
Indeed. Looks like Pyromancer is being looked at. I mean, Bologna can't solo this very early on, but yeah, they have the vision though, and they have to back off of this.
I would cage that Bologna.
Yeah, get the ult out, but at the same time, so they don't want to. Robin takes a huge amount of damage into Cuckoo. I think he might actually found the beats as well. And this Pyromancer is looking to be in the favor of Rats with Bats now. Blinking from Jing Chen though. Doesn't get the steal, finds 2 but throws him away and just throwing away your life. Cuckoo though does find Robin, but Carol is there. Cuckoo's trapped, yeah, but lots of return damage. Cuckoo is still alive, just squirming away. Blood finds a kill on the control elite. Robin finds a kill, now you got a double kill for Justin Hu on the back line of this. 3 for 1 at the moment. Yeah, Looney Tunes is dead, I think that 4 for 1. Oh no. Frenzy just losing.
They're falling apart.
Yeah. Fight could have turned in their favor, but
It's like we said earlier in a couple games ago. Sometimes fighting over a Pyromancer is just not worth it.
ooh, a good stun on their and great root actually, but terrible jump from the Odin. I mean, we haven't seen Project play this Terror, but he's playing it pretty damn well. Looks like there is a pause out. I do like that. Actually, Ghost DCs, and that's the reason why, but I think this does actually play into Frenzy's favor a bit as well. Down 3k gold.
Yeah. That's what we need to do. Find a couple steps and be able to execute it as well as possible.
Yeah.
And I think like what was a success story for Frenzy was that they were counter engaging the last couple games. And now that they're trying to make the plays, it's kind of hurting
Yeah.
as well. But this might have to do with Drew's Food not being on the comfort pick as well.
Yeah. I mean, doing this mistake a lot of boards do in this league, and that's even though you want to farm up your playing Xing Chen, you're just like, I have ult and blink up. I'm gonna use it. And you're just not farming up. And that's costing you.
Yeah, and individually going into an objective and dying continually. Kind of led to the reason why it's almost 3k gold, almost 4k gold.
Yeah. I mean, you still have decent steal over these objectives, so I mean, maybe a good objective steal from that Kukul Khan on an Oni Fury, or maybe Fire Giant if the Team Massive Bats is looking for something very spicy. Can still swing it back into Frenzy's favor.
It's better than the Oni's for Frenzy because if they give it up, it just means Farm's going to be pushing closer to them.
Yeah, that too.
The downside is it's the Oni Fury. That can be helping you out as well.
Yeah.
Right now, I think they kind of want to take the game a little bit.
I agree.
Like maybe look for someone that's out of place. Maybe play on someone that's out of place because right now they're not getting relics either.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Jing channel doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't get the relics. He just sort of, like a lot of these guys are safe. They just leap away from it too. Gotta be getting these leaps out.
And if you look at it, all the actives are down as well.
Yeah.
Team frenzy. So they really shouldn't be looking to engage on a fight anytime soon.
Indeed. So I got both for your mid. One has a bats. Got your beats for your ruler.
It's an interesting raw duty rush, though.
Yeah, but I mean, the item is always going to be insane. The 160 power, a great passive, doing 25% more damage to targets below 50% HP. I mean, to be fair, if you're Persephone ulting someone, chances are, even if the ult doesn't bring them down to half, any follow-up is going to bring them down to half, and those plants that are going to be right underneath them are going to just instantly kill anyone, except for maybe a pretty tanky tank.
Right now, Zring's not even tanky.
Yeah, I mean,
he'll get blown up as well. Bolana has no magical defense as well, too.
And actually, looks like when she does have the runic shield at least. But looks like he's going to this Arthurian item. I'd hope to God it's not the Staff of Mirrodin and it's the Pridwin instead, which, I mean, is good. Still lacking protections to an extent and health as well. But when you do have 30% cooldown, as well as that little extra shield whenever you ult.
Yeah. It's surprising though that he's died 3 times and still within our level, within Proud Killer.
Yeah.
Even the thief stacks are relatively close as well.
Yeah. Looks like the game finally is back into its stride. You pick up from this Veranda, get the always beat stick early as well. You can stop the killer sustain. And I mean, if you're all going to be boxing this Hoi when you get to Aussie online, it's going to be very important to make sure you can't just sneak an auto attack or two and then makes him regain like 300 health and has a turn fight against you. Oh, this Hoi's got to be careful though. There's a 2-man rotation looking around him.
I think he's spotted out on the ward.
3 levels down though. And like Oni Fury is being looked at. No one is looking at all from Frenzy. That is a free Oni Fury. Yeah, it looks like Pele's all the way in right as well. They're just saying, hey, let's get this farm. Pele, Persephone ult comes out. Probably a misclick.
Misclick? Yeah.
I think it doesn't quite matter heavily.
I mean, that cooldown's already short as it is.
Yeah. Especially with all the mid builds typically giving you 40% CDR or 20, anywhere from 20 to 40 at least, typically, early on.
But like we said, I mean, the farm's going to push closer to them to help catch up. Which is like not a bad thing.
Its biggest part is this Hoi, because Kukulkan is still relatively.
I think he's even if not a little ahead.
Yeah, I mean level 15, just 1 level behind minutes in the game. You know how far he's gone? Yeah, typically we see it come out from these AECs where they're the ones who are sort of getting level 20 and 20 minutes and stuff like that for these solos. It's gonna be interesting to see though how these solos continue to affect these fights. So you're just blowing, like you said again. Very well thought pick because at this point, which is just not that useless. Oh, he is gonna easily get that solo kill into Charlie. I don't even know what to say there. That was just an odd play. That's just an odd play. I mean, that's the stuff you don't do because then you just give the Hoi that. I mean, even though you die 3 times early, getting that turn kill later on is very good. Yeah.
I don't know if he used any actives on that either as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Mental lapse, I want to say.
Yeah. And deaths like that later on are a lot more important than deaths the deaths are early.
And it should even out.
Yeah.
It's huge for them.
He's got an extra 2 waves that this Uller does not too. Off of this part alone. Actually, no, Uller will speed his way very quickly and Maybe only lose one. Maybe not even.
He won't lose the whole way. He might lose 1 or 2 creeps. But
Nah, he'll even lose one. He's already at the power line by the time the main wave got in. Yeah, let's look at that. Go look at the builds.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's even.
Yeah,
he's even again.
He's even, but yeah, I was right that.
Ooh, good change channel to means Persephone. So it looks like this rock has a great, but a huge ricochet though. It tried to return kill off control on these once more. This way he's likely gonna actually get out alive here, I think. A great stun. Spirit of Night Winds finds nothing in the middle of nowhere. Actually, Crunch finds the kill with great rotation from the solo laner. And True Suited falls as well.
That's just a great vision on their part, honestly.
Yeah. Ooh, and Kukulkan Khan likely got fall here as well. Unless he has Aegis. Nope. Rally here, Blue says, but no one's there to rally. Her entire team is down. Yeah. She's looking to Thorns though. She wants to defend this tower. I mean, the fights didn't do that much to her. She's relatively healthy, and Kelly's actually right back in this. And Rock did a huge amount of damage. Pingle is coming through, but he does find it with a long range one. Still looking for 1%. He does have Aegis that Bullet bit interestingly there. Sheffield is almost off of cooldown though. We could see a turnaround if they do decide to keep progressing there. Instead the blown will back off. Pele actually went Bloodforged after the boots. Which I mean is good for Pele, but sort of interesting at the same time as well. It looks like she went to Aaron Die as well. I don't have pen, but a lot of power. Blue just got off the mark. Not a good, but a great open down from this Persephone. Losing 2. Oh yeah, it was well as well. Actually, he just gets up barely alive actually. Pardon me. Ricochet does find some extra damage in return. Ooh, that has a bit of lag in the game, yeah. Another Kukulkan gets on the Terra, but Terra's a tanky target. That pulled on the Thieves and the Reinforced Reeves.
It looks like I think he's actually going back into that hard thing as well.
Yeah, that's... or maybe even the... I see this out Ulers. It could be Hydra's Lament. Or actually no, he has Heart Seeker, yeah. It's a tier 2 of it. That's kind of... I mean, it's a lot of power. Interesting, though.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
But it's a good... I mean, your ult's basically going to hit everyone no matter what, so having that extra 3% off of everyone who hits is good.
Like the bounces. Maybe if you take a little bounce, you're just dead. So he's kind of lurking around, trying to see if he can make a steal out of this.
Lincoln from Jing Chen doesn't find much except for the Persephone. Persephone does beat that very late. Ricochet doesn't get this good bounce, but Robin's still very low. So does Jing Chen. Gets the cursed Ankh off, oddly enough, and Jing Chen will likely fall here. But they have the rotation. They actually have positioning on this Gold Fury now, interestingly enough, because of that.
Kukulkan doesn't do much at all to the Terra.
Yeah. But he's got to be careful, though. Well, it is rotating in from this fight as well. This Odin's still not here yet. He is still getting chased out from this Ravana, but he'll just back off there. The Gold Fury will be picked up by Team Massive Bats once more, but
1v2 finds a solo kill on Justin Who.
That was a 1v2. Pele had the knockup. Just a bit too just there. Cuckoo steals is not there, and they do still steal away. Yeah, Terrell on 3 people. He will likely fall here. No sustain in that ultimate. Sneeze is actually a very odd positioning from that Cuckoo, but yeah, Bologna dove way too deep. Yeah. Good steal, I mean... Can you check the gold difference? See if that made any difference? At all, even?
I don't think it did much at all.
It did a little bit until I lost the extra few on the back end of that. To make a little bit of a dent.
I think they're getting like little wins, but then they're trying to extend the win without realizing that they're still behind.
I mean, this Massive Patch, I think they honestly allow teams a lot more often to fly back into it. It's sort of sloppy plays. I mean, you saw Control Elite get soloed by Looney Tunes. One time with both his relic stuff, you saw Justin Who just way too aggressive and in an odd spot with the zoning.
I think good teams, they're able to put away.
Knockup's on point though. Ooh, it has the Aegis. This gets the ult off, feeds as well. Good peeling of the rocks. Actually, lots of damage from the Ricochet as well. Dying with the bounce.
We'll get the tower for both relics, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of lets these teams hang around too much, I think. And it can lead to chaos. I think with the draft they have, they should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, most teams will take huge advantage of mistakes you do. That's a bit fortunate here that Frenzy's making some misplays, but Fire Giant is being pulled. No one's here to see it except for this Pele.
I think the Pele should not be there.
And yeah, she's getting true straight melee. Frenzy is popped. She gets some damage off, some ults as well, but they do back off of the Fire Giant for the time being, and Robin takes a huge amount of damage from that sneeze. Actually buys a lot of time for their team to get here.
Still.
But this Cuckoo's all alone in the backline. Someone's gotta help him.
Oh, massive amount of damage.
Yeah. Luna's all alone. Jing Channel though finds two! Huge ult from Cuckoo. But no kills, those 1-2 tanks. Robin's just gonna run right at him too. Luna gets a good ult off to the zone. Yeah, for Peel. And another huge sneeze on the Robin. He gets him down to barely any. He has all the way, but Juice Food does get kill in return. Great stun in from the Terror once more. And Bluna falls, and same thing with Gross Nane on this. Kuko Khan control. He finds a double kill on this Uller.
This way you split pushes the left side of the map as well in two towers.
Yeah, I think if he was there, that team fight honestly goes into the favor of Team Frenzy, but
maybe not
he gets two towers. I think that Hoyle could have certainly made a different impact.
But I think they're following the same trap that they did early. They're trying to make plays with nobody around.
Yeah.
Well. They just need to play patient. Liz creeping around the corner looking for a solo.
I think they hit the wall again. Having a bit of fun time with the walls there for that Uller. I mean, if you're Team Frenzy, you still do have good Phoenix defense. And you got Cuckoo's most annoying god, you got Hou Yi, who has a huge amount of zoning with that ult. Can easily delay a push from a team and wear off that Fire Giant. We see the
opted for the hard figure, so
that's the damage. Polynomicon, not too much of a surprise to see from Cuckoo. It's a great sieging tool and a great tool, especially if you're sneezing on people like you saw the Robin and just getting the basic attack off. Pele's in a very weird spot, but
same with the Bologna.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bologna just backed off there a bit earlier. She'll be okay. Stun is perfect, and yeah.
Jeez.
Poor positioning. Yeah, just fortunate there. And we're at the 26-minute mark, and that's the sort of the time bomb for this team, Frenzy here. And they haven't found what they want to at this point in the game.
I think
they're down several thousand gold.
From the team is also showing right now.
Yeah.
Just being out of place, going into 1v5.
Indeed. $18,000 and a half from this Uller. Tons and tons of damage. More than a Cuckoo and more than in your mid as well. Things is we looked at, Cuckoo doesn't find anything. Looks like it'll put in a different direction. Terra does find the root, and then actually the ult will secure the kill. One for none at the moment. The Phoenix will fall as well. Good siege by Rats of Bats there.
They'll fall back, push the wave in.
Yeah.
They have plenty of time too.
Maybe if they're really safe, look for Primal.
Yeah. They have about a minute until that fire wave gets up there anyway, for the middle of the map.
Yeah. They're looking for this middle Phoenix. And without that Cuckoo, I mean, you still have the Hou Yi, which, I mean, using his ult could just delay it to get the Cuckoo in there as well, which is really important. Sentinel comes out very early, gets the Bologna, but that cage is gone, but another cage comes in from this Odin. He is down to half at the moment. Bologna's very low. She can't even ult away at the moment. She will get ult away in the end, but Phoenix does fall. Two Phoenixes down. Rasabats is knocking at the door for a Game 3 win at the moment. They might even look at this third Phoenix as well. And off that, they might even find an end as well.
This is going to be where they're going to make a stand. This is the time to do it, though.
Yeah.
Their ults are coming back up, while they have physically almost none.
Instead, they'll be a lot safer, which I like. Go for this Primal Fury, if anything, but this is a deadly mistake, though, trying to stop a Gold Fury fight later on in the game when good team that's behind. Push up those waves. I mean, that Fire Wave on right has two waves that are already knocking at your door. Yeah. You just can't be doing this, Team Frenzy. Lots of damage, but not enough to really find any kills yet. Google does find it. Ooh, we're actually down to practically 0.
Fire waves are going to start flooding in on the right side of the map.
Could we see another Winion? Could we see more Winions? Good kill from the Pele though, finds one, but this Persephone is way too powerful. Titan is under attack. The announcer says minions are taking down this Titan very quickly. Down to 8,000 health already. Yeah, you fight, and that's game. That's game. Yeah, that's game. Just very poor. Same reason they lost game 1, honestly, Frenzy. Just lots of bad plays at the end of the game that just cost you. Good stun. But even if you win this fight, your game's still over. W-I-N Winions. And the set will go to Rasabats. Rasabats are a huge fan of these 3-game slappers. I believe almost every single one of their games has been 3-game set.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, with that, Rasabats will continue their winning streak. I believe only losing the first game of the season. It's Davies Longest, but besides that, Frenzy falls once more and Rasabats finds another win. It's unfortunate. Team Frenzy could have easily won the set, but again, just misplaced.
So well, but Oreo was their big time hard carry the first 2 games, and dropping 10 deaths is not going to help you win.
Yeah.
Help you win a game at all.
Agreed. But anyways, we will catch you tomorrow though, with I believe it's Kins of Mins. What's a JPEG? So stay tuned for that tomorrow. We'll catch you on the flip side. Have a great night, everyone.